podcast at the bar radio. You know, we got CP3 in the building. Nigga, you was not from the West Coast. You was like from like PG County, nigga.
Sometimes I convert.
You. Oh my God. This nigga started off the show with a yeah, yeah. Like, what the fuck was you watching Friday? Look at that. Listen. Uh-oh. Let me fix this real quick. You was gonna do what? Stop playing, sir. Stop playing. Stop. Okay. CP3, you are the devil. All right, so let's start the intro. At the bar radio, Lady Antoinette's in the building. CP3's in the building. Eric Koos is in the building. It is always nice to have one of our sponsors on the show, and then we definitely got some things to talk about with them. I got some exclusive shit going on, so yo, let's just start the intro video, and then I'll probably play Money Combo afterwards, so we get everything settled, and we got Gunman number 2.
Technically, I'm not because the gun is at home, so I'm just ready.
You still gumming up. That's what you You still credit. Your name, your IMDb.
And then we got a special guest also with Eric Kusa. They got their brand ambassador here.
All right.
So we about to get into some stuff. So let me just play the intro video. Just in case y'all don't know, CP3 is actually a producer. He's just mean as fuck, but he's a producer, and
Respect the track, baby.
yeah. So the track, the background track is definitely produced by CP3. Holla at him, beats by CP3, and let's get this up. So let's make it happen, Captain. Sasha Banks is the good matchup for her.
I kind of think she should have went for Oscar.
No, Sasha Banks is
I would have liked
the good matchup for her.
on. I kind of think she should have went for Oscar, like the flagship.
No, Sasha Banks is
I would have liked.
the good matchup.
Oh, come on, man. I got family, I got kids, everything's upstairs in the closet, dog. Just take
Money. Money. I love that money.
Lucas.
Money. Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money. You don't really want to play. Money, 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 money's what I'm talking about. We don't really know what you been talking about. You don't really want to play. You don't know what to say. It's money, 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 money's what I'm talking about. We don't really know what you always been talking about. And I don't wanna be the one who always really talk about. And you don't really want to play. You don't know what to say. Cause money, 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 money's what I'm talking about. Money, 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 make you shut your mouth. Don't never ever talk about it if you never had the clout. You don't know what to say, stay up out of my way. Cause money, 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 make me shut them off. Keep playing with these goonies, boy, I'm gonna have to make the call. Stay in bounds on your pivot, boy, if you gon' ball. Cause a lot of niggas be fake, and you really can't play. Cause we done got it out the mud, nigga, what you talking about? Screaming, oh my God, money got me pride. They living a lie, look into my eyes, they might seem surprised, this is homicide. We just multiply, we been on the rise. If we got some wings, fuck it, we gon' have to fly. Money, 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 money's what I'm talking about. Day in my life, take me a different route. And use all my case, niggas on my face. You can get erased, what you talking about? Money, 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 money's what I'm talking about. We don't really know what you been talking about. And you don't really want to play. You don't know what to say. Cause money, 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 money's what I'm talking about. We don't really know what you always been talking about. And I don't wanna be the one who always really talk about. And you don't really want to play. You don't know what to say. Cause money, 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 money's what I'm talking about. You never crossing these borders. I'm whipping it up, Gordon Ramsay. I swear that I'm cooking these orders. You talk about me, you better just hope that you can just really afford it. I'm ballin', I'm ballin', I'm winning, I'm winning. I'm feeling like Robert Tahori. Nigga, I'm scoring. I count in the morning. They talk about me, then I gotta ignore it. My bitches be foreign. So independent, my money be corporate. These raps is boring. You hate me and I'm always gonna adore it. I'm smoking that soaring. She always go ahead and let me explore it. I call her my Dora. You can go and talk about me, I ain't flawless. I go put my all in. If a nigga talk about me, then I'm gone in. You know that I'm gone in. Jump in, take trips, Pompeii. All day, always keep 3 stacks like Andre. I get it, I get it, I get it, I get it, man. And you can never, ever, ever get rid of that. So watch what you say, and watch how you do. If you playing the game, then you play by the rules. Money, 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 money's what I'm talking about. We don't really know what you been talking about. And you don't really want to play. You don't know what to say. Cause money, 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 money's what I'm talking about. We don't really know what you always been talking about. And I don't wanna be the one who always really talk about. And you don't really want to play. You don't know what to say. Cause money, 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 money's what I'm talking about.
Money, 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 money is what I'm talking about. So we got our guests in the building. So real quick for my guests. For my guests, I always tell people this. We can do a lot of things. We can sing together, but we can't talk together, and the mics will pick up everything. So I need y'all to be quiet. So, um, CP3, what's going on in sports? I know you watching something,
Yeah, watch.
and you had to clear your voice. Nigga, what you DJ Cool?
I'm in over here working on some
He
logistical
already
things.
lick.
No,
It's licking the lip
nah,
thing.
I'm over here having some technical color issues. You know, the brother colorblind trying to get color keys right. When we thought we fixed it before the show,
Yeah.
I'm still getting some feedback off the jack.
What are you trying
So what are you
to
trying to say, CP3? What are you trying to say?
Everyone else.
Are you trying to say because she lacks that her melon is not as dark as yours?
I don't want it to look like something is wrong with her because of my.
Or is it because you're colorblind and you think something's wrong?
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Okay.
So excuse me if I look a little perplexed right now.
Okay, we can feel that.
But, you know what? There was no shade intended.
It sounded like there was shade to me.
At this point in the show. It's only 5 minutes into the show. I can't start throwing shade that early.
You threw shade before the show, so I mean,
but that's different. We're on air, man. See, the clock restarts when the show starts.
And your keep that in mind.
But the Washington Capitals had 2 afternoon games this weekend, and won both over the New Jersey Devils. They won today, I believe it was 4-3. They won last night 5-2. We'll break it down tomorrow night on Sports in the Hill podcast starting at 9:00. Ovechkin, he's had 2 goals in his last 9 games, so folks are questioning, is he still the same Ovi? If you watch the show, you know how I feel about Ovi. He's, greatest player, been here the whole time, going to be a Hall of Famer. With this COVID situation, unfortunately, that's going to interfere with him trying to go after the all-time goals record that Wayne Gretzky holds, but to me, he's the best hockey player out there, in my opinion.
You feel? Do you stamp that?
Stamp that. I'm trying to get an interview. That's one of my goals for the show, to get an interview with Alex Ovechkin.
Let me know.
I'm trying. I'm working. I'm trying. I got some contacts. I might have to head down to Kepler one morning because they have morning skate, and they allow people in. I just haven't had a chance to get down there. But yeah, I'm in the works. We got some interesting stuff coming through this year on Sports and News podcast. Also, the Wizards have won 7 out of 8. Yeah, I know I'm not a big basketball guy. Robbie G and the Roundtable will cover that on Monday night. But I actually did watch some of the rebroadcast the other night.
That is no disrespect, CP3, but how the fuck do you watch hockey but not be a basketball guy?
She's crazy.
Okay, never mind. Let Anthony answer the question.
Clarify myself.
I mean, I watch everything. But I don't.
I'd rather watch WNBA than NBA basketball. Because
why? Because you're looking at ass?
Well, that's part of it.
And most of them don't want you.
I know. But that's what makes it more exciting.
What?
Oh
my! They get it though.
Most of them don't want what you have. Period.
Yeah, but some of them are still.
Most of them have their liquor license.
Yeah, but some of them still. You can get that. I've had some so-called.
Okay, here you go. He think he just the great.
So that's the attraction, is the fact that they don't want you. That makes you want them.
Yeah, because some of them do. When alcohol gets involved, sometimes things change. And I've had a couple of situations pop up where a young lady was intoxicated about.
You feel like you just gonna go convert everybody?
I'm not saying convert.
So you think your penis is a converter?
ACDC.
This show is going downhill real quick.
I told you I was trying to chill, but Janet started it.
What is that my fault?
I don't know, because it ain't my fault.
Oh, yes, we know. It's never your fault.
Yo, you are the most guiltiest, innocent person I've ever met in my life.
I always plead the fifth, baby.
No, you don't.
You always drink a fifth too. So what's the difference?
He got that confused. You don't plead the fifth.
You drink a fifth.
See?
Oh shit! Your voice about to change. You about to put the pinky out. Oh Lord. Anything else in sports though, for real?
Pretty much, I'm gonna get into some of this quarterback talk with the Washington football team with the Alex Smith GQ article saying some of the things that the team didn't have faith that he would be able to return and play again at quarterback, and apparently the coach said some things that rubbed him the wrong way. He actually came out and retracted some of the stuff that was put in the article, saying the guy that interviewed him knew nothing about sports, and he, took some of the stuff out of context, and yada 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 yada. And then this morning, I actually saw that Michael Wilbon, which I'm mad that I dropped his name because I can't stand him, but he decided to go out and go on a rant on PTI with Tony Kornheiser, saying how he's ashamed to call himself a Washingtonian because of the way that they treated Alex Smith, and it's always linked with some type of dysfunction or this whatever. So I was up this morning, about 7, 8 o'clock. You gotta take that first Constitution.
You mean shit?
Yeah, I was trying to.
Why? Oh, never mind. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You know your best read.
No, but you just said no. It's just the way you say things. Go ahead.
But I basically told him and Jason Reed, after they got ran out of town for putting out bad stories, putting out clickbait articles, now they're like mad ex-girlfriend.
Oh.
Because that's all they do. They don't talk about none of the positive things that's going on, but when something that rubs them the wrong way, then they want to go on a 5-minute rant on their nationally televised show that the only reason he had because he covered Michael Jordan through their 6th grade run.
But what is the motto of Sports in the Hill?
DC Sports and Politics.
Okay then. So you already know they talking politics. You already know they're gonna talk clickbait. So allow them to do the bullshit that they've been doing, so that you can shine on the stuff that you do.
No bullshit, true, but it still has to be spoken out on because this isn't something that's just recent. This has been going on for a while.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, and I guess I don't like it the most because I used to listen to this dude. I used to read his articles all the time, and the fact that because he was putting out BS and he got called on it, now you want to act this way, like everything you just like when Shanahan left and Adam Schefter, his buddy, every article he put out for the next month was bashing the Washington football team.
Right.
And that's cool. I mean, he has a following, that's his right, but that's not journalism, and that's what this game is supposed to be about. And that's the only point that I made because actually me and Robbie G got into a discussion about it, and he didn't see my logic until I had to explain to him like this isn't about me not liking him, even though I don't. It's the fact that you're supposed to be a journalist. Be one. Don't be all this other BS that you got Skip and Shannon with their opinions. You're supposed to be a journalist. You pride yourself on that. That's where you started it. So don't get caught up in the BS that everybody else is doing.
Yeah,
continue to be you.
So real quick, as always, I always tell people who watch the show, Facebook has
got you again.
Yeah, they've also they limit the amount of times I can share the show. So definitely follow us on the At the Bar Radio YouTube. Definitely click that link and follow us because Facebook will mute the videos and Facebook will mute us for some fucking reason. Maybe because I say fuck a lot.
Have they muted us today?
Not yet, but usually it happens after the show. Like
CP3 going on his rant early. What I'm saying is you're going on your rant early in the show. So we have to be mindful of how the rest of the show's going.
But Lady Antoinette, I tell you like this.
Not yet.
Lady Antoinette, so last week we had Erica B call in, right?
Right.
How many times have we played Erica B's video?
A bunch of times.
So after the show, they muted her video. And that has never happened.
Right.
But because we were playing, and I know, Facebook wants their money, so every now and then I'll pay.
Did they do it twice? Because we played her song twice.
No, they did. No, that time they don't. No. We only played it once that day.
I thought we ran it back.
I think we played it twice.
Oh, well then they might have did it twice, and they actually muted the video.
I remember they muted the videos when you had a guest here and muted all of their videos that we played with them on the show.
So every time we have a video, a guest.
So, but it was just well, Lil English was different because I never played his videos before, but with her, we've been playing her videos for like damn near almost 2 months now,
Right.
and for them to just mute it all of a sudden was just really crazy. So it is what it is, you know. We're gonna salute, but definitely follow us on YouTube.
Patty, patty, patty.
Oh, definitely, definitely. But Lady Antoinette, what you got going on? And unfortunately, yeah, I really have to hit up Lulu TV because these Bamas is shutting off after one episode. Like I just added it. I just did it and it was on air for 31 seconds and it shut down. So they're gonna need a refund from me my money or something. Something. But what you got going on?
Nothing much. I decided to revisit uh my trip to KO Distilling.
Oh, okay.
Um,
How'd that go?
no, not revisit. Like go up there, bring back the bottle to you
Oh,
guys. But I am about to do my next round.
okay.
Distilleries coming up real soon. So it's a, so you can't wait, huh?
I mean, you always bring some interesting
Yeah.
liquors and spirits and such with a nice backstory. So yeah, I was learning stuff
Now look at you.
because I saw actually I saw.
So CP3 blames us for his drinking problem.
But he's learning.
I didn't blame you for it.
Wait a
I
minute,
blame you
before
for
the
taking it
show,
back out. Yeah, I
but
had this
but before the show, you was like, well, you know, I tell people I don't drink and do all this stuff until I come to the show.
Right.
I mean, because I don't tend to drink liquor on a daily basis. I
But
drink beer.
however, whenever y'all see a bottle of 1738,
No, who brought it?
so big congratulations, CP3. He
Yes.
sold in a short month. He did it as a
Yes, sir.
professional car salesman. He sold his 8 car.
He's celebrating with the
Yeah,
17th.
you gotta celebrate, you know.
So I mean, my thing is, I can let you know when I go back so that you can put in your order because I let you guys sample some of the things I bring back.
I love it because it's some of the stuff I would not normally drink.
Right. And so
And CP3 he would just drink it regardless.
I make sure even though he's going to drink it regardless, I make sure he knows what he's drinking.
Anytime somebody brings a bottle.
Whoa, time out! Oh my God!
Tequila, y'all didn't.
Wait a minute! Wait a minute now! Wait a minute, because bro,
I had a couple of bad experiences.
But you don't trust us enough to just shut up and just
So you any kind now?
My sister that did it to me, man.
So you are any kind now? Hold on. So you are any kind now?
Yes. After y'all turned me on tequila, that Mexican, I'm still waiting for you to get some more of that shit. That shit was bomb.
What, Terramana?
That was bomb too. That felt like it was a little bit stronger than the Mexican.
Oh, you want that Mexican tequila? Yeah, I gotta wait for my boy to go back to Mexico.
That was a good transition to tequila. Yeah. And I found out it only takes shots. Don't overdo it.
Wait, what was you doing?
What was you doing?
They had like double shots of that shit. When I had
you did double shots of tequila?
I didn't know what it was.
It was alcohol, nigga.
I mean, I never had tequila before until my sister was like, here, take this.
But okay, but even still, if it's a double shot of anything, you have to be mindful. It's a double shot.
Yeah. See, I'm used to double shots.
So
tequila, I didn't know what I was getting into.
Oh, so you're saying that this you're immune to now?
I wouldn't say immune.
So question. So real question is, are you gonna make it home without spending $40 tonight?
Yes, I am.
You don't sound convincing. So so let's run through a couple of topics before we got our guests in the building. We got a few guests in the building, definitely. So Bobby Shmurda got released this week. Quavo flew him home in a personal. And real talk is, he has said that he never said anything about it while he was locked up, but Quavo had been holding him down for the entire 6 years that he did the bid, which is really because they just met being artists. Yeah. And it's easy to forget about you. My brother has done 2 bids, right. So it's easy to forget about. People tend to forget about you when you ain't on the streets.
It speaks on Quavo.
It does.
It does. It speaks on his character. And
yes.
I think that's good, especially because somebody's shaking their head. But especially when you have how a lot of people view him,
Yes.
um,
It gave me a newfound respect for Quavo.
because when we first really got to know them, we was
He's
just
like
like,
Versace. Okay.
you get your
Little. When they started saying things like they was the greatest group of all times, he was like, yeah, you get the fuck out. But
no, when that thing with Common happened, everybody was
so, but
I mean, I'm sorry, not Common.
which one,
I'm
Bone?
sorry, he light skinned and bald. So
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
Joe Biden.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry
yeah.
because I have Common on the brain. That's a whole other story. No, it's not that not like that. It's
But
Tiffany and Common thing. That was
yeah,
different. But when you
but
had Joe and that conflict that they had, everybody was like, really, just
yeah, yeah. It made me see them in a new light. I'm being honest, and honestly, I hate the Migos. I I I said like
I knew
this.
he was gonna do it. Like I was just waiting for him.
Well, we already know what you feel. I say it like this. I feel like they have a good place in music.
Yeah, I'm not a
But
big fan either.
I'm not a big fan. But I know where they stand culturally. And but to hold this guy down for 6 years and like I said,
Right.
my brother got locked up for 12 years. Like I can tell you who held him down for the 12 years, and most of them got the same last name as I got.
Right. And that's usually what happens.
Yeah,
But like I said, it does speak on his character.
it
I'm gonna be
does.
real with you when it comes to Migos. I like stuff. The things that I do like about them have nothing to do with their music.
They do a lot. Here's the thing. They do a lot of stuff for the community. They actually starting. I think one of them just started like a youth basketball program or something like that.
And I
So
like to see stuff.
I like it shows you it shows that it shows them in a different light, and it shows you how they put the how to make your money work for you,
Right.
and it shows you that you're not afraid to get back to the community
And not just work
and
for you, but work
for the
you
community,
and everybody
everybody
else
else.
around you.
Definitely,
Yeah,
definitely.
I like that.
So I meant to talk about this last week. For some reason, for some godforsaken reason, they cast Tiffany Haddish as FloJo. What the fuck were they thinking? Because that doesn't even make sense.
It's called What in the Lifetime biopic.
Is it a Lifetime or movie?
No,
Because
but I'm saying that's what they do.
yeah,
That's a Lifetime thing. Lifetime does stuff like
yeah.
that, and that's what we're used to. But we're used to them doing that. Not everybody else. So it's kind of shocking to see that this is becoming a trend. But I've noticed that people have been trying to push Tiffany into different types of roles.
Yeah.
Like she
She
was
ain't
in that
FloJo.
C.J. Walker movie.
Yeah.
They're trying to push her into these historic
Roles.
and I'm like, I don't know. It scares me. I'm not saying she can't do it, but it just it does. It's
I mean,
cringy.
she can't.
This is the first time that they tried to typecast somebody to play a role, a certain character in certain movies. I mean, we've seen it.
Did your voice get deeper, sir?
What did they get typecast in? Who said?
No, other actors in the industry, like they get what's the dude?
Who?
African dude.
What African dude?
Played 12 years a slave. They started like when he was coming out, he was more when he started getting acting gigs. He was always the drug dealer bad boy.
Right.
Then they changed it
Just
up.
like Idris.
Yeah, then he started getting more police roles, and he started getting more cast. So once you start, doing certain movies, they try to put you in a box. Like
yeah, but
Tiffany, then that's the thing.
But here's
They're
the thing.
not trying to put Tiffany in a box per se because at first she was playing these, comedic roles, and now she's playing these historic roles, which a lot of times to go from comedy to something else. Like if you're a serious actor and you get typecast, that's one thing. But when you are a comedian, most of the time they put you in comedic roles.
Yeah.
And they don't put you in a sick. Like when we saw Jamie Foxx and what's the one with Michael B. Jordan? That one. Well, Ray was one thing, but the one with Michael B. Jordan.
Oh yeah.
Just Mercy.
Yeah. Just Mercy was really good.
It was like, and we see that. Of course, that was not his first series.
Yeah.
But when you look at him from when he started to that role is completely different.
Well, you gotta think about it like this: is before we got the Ray, we got held up and bait, booty call. Wait a minute. He did himself like that.
Look at this whole catalog.
Like up until up until Ray, up until Ray, he was a B C list movie actor,
Right, but see, and that's the
and
thing
Ray
is-
changed that for him.
But that's what I mean. But even still, he was in these comedic roles.
Yeah.
Because he was a comedian.
Yes.
So it's possible. The reason why I brought him up.
It's possible because
it's possible to be a comedian and then eventually get to the point where you're looked at for these serious roles.
But Monique did it. Monique did it with Precious,
Yeah.
because she went from doing Fat Girls and whatever crappy ass movie that the Park, because I hated that show. Whatever crappy ass Monique movie that came out to being, instead of being the fat funny chick on So Place.
But yeah.
But in Precious, she showed she messed up her career, but she showed a different range. I know it was the stuff that she did after
But
Precious.
and also look at Will Smith. You know, like he was a rapper, and then they put him in a bunch of comedic roles.
Yeah.
And
Wild Wild West sucked.
Even but even in Bad Boys, it was like him and Martin. They are both kind of kind of funny.
Yeah.
But then he got to the point where like stuff. I mean, now you don't even see him in these comedic roles anymore.
Yeah.
Like Bad Boys, it was refreshing to see him back.
Yeah, it was because After Earth was like after.
We not even gonna talk
It's like
about
after Walter used the toilet, it was really bad.
That was yeah.
I don't know about that word, but it was good.
I mean
the whole concept.
The concept is taken from another movie.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
It ain't a classic.
To me, it was.
You said it's not a classic until it happened, because the whole time some of the stuff that happened in that movie.
Nah, it's taken off of Charlton Heston, but I can't remember the name, but
it's that concept.
It's literally taken from a Charlton Heston movie.
Yeah, I just meant the whole movie, the whole soundtrack, the whole Bob
Marley reference.
The way it was shot.
Nigga, if you okay?
I'm sipping on my yak.
What
the hell you sipping on?
Before you got here.
What's her name?
Nothing what I wanted.
What's her name?
I had some. That was French toast.
That's her name.
What?
Oh, you're in French now. You're international tongue. You know what? That's just more information I need to know. Yeah. Yeah, I hope your tongue fall off.
Never.
So.
So. I told you up for shit.
He about to tell something we don't need to know. So over this past Black History Month, as it winds down, I always think Black History Month is the biggest insult because technically American history is Black history. So.
And it's the shortest month.
Yes. So over this Black History Month, I've watched several different films, even before Black History. I've watched and that was even before Black History, the Who Killed Malcolm X documentary. I watched Judas and the Black Messiah. I just finished watching the Billie Holiday versus the U.S. government.
Did you watch One Night in Miami?
Yes, I did. I watched that too. So here's the thing that's in common in most films, and me and CPD was talking about this off air. The one thing about the black struggle and the black race is this: we are the only race in which they will use our race against us. So when we talk about Who Killed Malcolm X, it was another dude, black guy who was implanted by the government in there. Yeah. When we watch Judas and the Black Messiah, and they talk about Fred Hampton, and you see a black person that was infiltrated the Black Panthers. And he later committed suicide.
Because he realized what role he played.
And even with the Billie Holiday story, I'd never seen Lady Seen the Blue, which is one of my mom's favorite movies. So I never watched any of the Billie Holiday stuff. And my impression of Billie Holiday was she was a black singer, she was a drug addict, and she died. That's all I thought I knew about her. Honestly, that's all they told us. Yeah. So watching that story and seeing that the guy who infiltrated was a black cop and he was basically sent there to take her down, and it shows a pattern of things. You know,
But if
and
you go
and and
back
and, and
to
you know, J. Edgar Hoover is a piece of shit.
but
Yeah,
if you go back, this is a trend. It's a very long
it's a
standing
very
trend
long standing trend.
because
Correct.
what we saw in life is a comedic film.
Yes,
There's a lot of truth in that
it
as far
always
as the
is.
roles. Because who was holding the gun most of the time?
Probably the white guy
In life,
in life.
you don't remember
It's been a
older
while.
black guy with a gun,
Oh shit.
hmm telling the white man
Mm,
what the black man do,
yeah,
telling on him, being the informant.
yeah.
That happens.
So it's crazy when we think about how race plays into certain things
Yeah,
because we we are pitted against each other.
yeah.
And you know, I remember I had a white when I was in seventh grade. I had a white teacher named Mr. S. Formas, and he was a social studies teacher. And I remember he told us, and he broke stuff down. He was like, you know, the only difference between y'all and they had phases, and they were like a phase 4 classes. Y'all are just lazy. And then when he went down and he broke down slavery to us, he said, "Do you know how they actually got people on?" I'm gonna tell you something no other teacher would tell you. You know how they got slaves on the slave ships?
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't the white man just came in, as
Nope.
they tell you,
Nope.
and took people. They hired tribes
Yep. To go get
to go get them, and then and then the same tribes they hire the same person that brought you to them, they would put you in chain with them, so that way you wouldn't work in unison to escape.
Yeah.
That's how they were able to be a minority number with a majority of slaves on the ship, because
wouldn't work together.
you were basically sitting next to the person who brought you in, so there was no unity. And to this day, you know, which
And then on
people,
top of that, they made sure that they didn't keep the tribes together. Period.
yeah,
No
and we
matter how you look at it, they're gonna separate. Oh, you got half of y'all gonna go over here, half of y'all gonna go over here. They're gonna make sure.
Yep. And then we go, you know, and we can even take that to the, you know, to the Willie Lynch papers and everything like that.
Yeah, they
So,
divide and conquer.
yeah, divide and conquer. It's an easy process. And watching these films, it just shows how much like we're divided and
Yeah.
conquered. You know,
But see, here's the thing: when we do join forces and we are successful,
we're very powerful.
look at Black Wall Street.
Yeah.
They make sure they destroy that.
Yeah, definitely.
Exactly. That's the reason why. And unfortunately, our people don't see that and allow the bullshit to occur. And I mean, this can go into a whole nother conversation that we've had before about the whole Black Lives Matter. I mean, like, what's the end game? We march and get upset when a white cop kills a black person, but when the black person kills a black person, it's okay. It's not a big deal. We're
And
not
the
going to
streets talk about free Lil Ray Ray, and Lil Ray Ray then shut up the whole block.
Yeah, or doing stuff.
Well, you know, the funny thing is, on this show about a year ago, I had I had a battle rapper on here, and we were talking about free this and free that, and I said, you know, the one thing I've never ever said, and they was like, what's that? I was like, I never understood. I've never said free my brother, and he was like, that's because Donald Trump put your brother in jail, and I was like, no, my brother got locked up under the Obama administration. I was like, I was like, I said, let's get this straight. Somebody snitched on my brother, but I do recognize the nigga was guilty. Now, granted, snitching ain't cool. Did he get caught? No. However, at the end of the day,
You were wrong.
at the end of the day, it wasn't like he was like
Yeah.
he wasn't innocent. He
Right.
was like,
Right.
so we deal with that. And I was like, you know, so that's just my perspective on that. When you say free so and so, and you don't know how so and so, the other people, the victims of that particular person, family is affected.
Right.
It's a different it's a different moment.
Yeah.
So, you know, just want to throw those out there real quick. So we have another topic, and we have another special guest that we need to bring out.
I'll bring her out. Bring her out. She'll come out after we introduce the topic.
So this is the craziest fucking topic. I don't understand, and someone had the perfect meme for this. So I don't understand a generation that was raised on like South Park and all the offensive things that it says. Like, some of y'all dudes need to check to see if y'all still have balls. I don't understand like how y'all are to say that we can't say Mr. Potato, like we have to retire Mr. Potato Head because we need to have Mr. Potato Head to be gender neutral. Like, what type of crack, what flavor crack are you smoking to come up with this?
Well,
Like,
here's the crazy thing. So I looked deeper into it, and I even posted it on my social media, and there was a lot of dialogue around it. Um, so Hasbro decided to take away the Mister and the Mrs. of the Potato Head brand and just make Potato Head. Okay, mind you, Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head are also characters in the movie.
yeah, I can't
Four
watch
movies.
Toy Story ever again.
Four movies though. Four. So I don't see them taking Buzz Lightyear and making Buzz Lightyear gender neutral, or Woody and making him gender neutral. But
So,
they decided to say it. But
yeah,
here's the kicker. Here's the little nugget, right? The LGBTQ community
the alphabet community.
has said that they didn't ask for this.
So somebody just was bored.
So just like, okay, the summer of 2020, we had a bunch of protests. We had a lot of Black Lives Matter, just full force, right? What did some of these companies do in response? Oh, well, we're gonna take Aunt Jemima off the shelves. We're gonna take Uncle Ben off the shelves. And a lot of people were like, we didn't ask for that. We want you to stop killing us.
Yes.
We didn't ask you to take that off the shelf. That's nice and all, but that's not what we asked for.
Yes.
So I feel like, in a sense, it's kind of the same thing.
I think it is.
Nobody's asking for this.
Like, I never saw a post up until the other day to the joint I sent you was like, yo, we need to make Mr. Potato Head a neutral character. Like, for what?
Right. I'm like this. If that's the case, you want to have that inclusion thing going on, right? Why not make a baby? You got Mr. and Mrs. They married. Make a baby potato head that don't have a gender attached to it.
Well, that might be CP3's child.
Yeah, because they bald head.
With the bald head,
The complexion.
the complexion, the different personalities. Oh shit.
I roll my eyes at you.
I
That's
know.
because you didn't know
It's the fact that it's, to me, it's a distraction tactic. I mean, because to me, it means nothing. Why are you even? Whose thought process about it? Mr. Potato Head is, yeah, we need to get rid of it.
Right.
Who gives a fuck? But the fact that they're doing it and it's making a big, PR thing about it, it's.
But at
What?
the end of the day, it's fact. Male, female, make a baby, right?
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah.
But that's how you make life. That's how
Yeah.
we are able to
But we
continue.
know what this culture is about.
But
It's not about speaking about the truth and the real shit because it makes
Yeah,
them
but guess what we
uncomfortable.
not about to have? People. We not about to have nobody. Because they want to include everything. So now you're showing kids Mr. Potato Head gonna be without.
But here's the crazy
But
thing.
instead of man, woman, make baby. You could
But-
just make a baby and
but-
make that baby gender.
But for me, the crazy thing is like this: we can talk Mr. Potato Head being gender neutral, right? Cool. If that's your case, cool. How come we can't touch justice for black people? Because we still ain't got that.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, real talk. Even watching the Billie Holiday joint, there was a bill that when she was in at the beginning of the film talked about an anti-lynching bill that even in 2020 still hasn't been passed.
There you go. And they brought it up. That was discussed, but it wasn't passed.
There's a choke bill for George Floyd that still hasn't been passed. But yet we can neutralize Mr. Potato Head. But we can't pass bills to say don't let in 2000.
People in LGBTQ community that's still getting killed just for being them.
Yeah.
So how are you helping that cause? It don't make sense.
It don't.
It's
It don't.
For show.
It-
This is what this country is about. It's about bullshit. It's about. How do you think Ass Hat in Chief got in there?
There you go.
Because he's a distraction genius. He knows how to say this over here. Yeah, you saw me on tape in 2016. Say I had dealings with Putin, but I still got folks now that when in 2018 when he ran, he said he had no dealings with, and I showed them damn interview. They still don't believe it.
Well,
Folks in this country want to be delusional. Ignorance is bliss. The folks that are woke like us, it pisses us off because we see the real shit. They see it, but they run and hide from it because they don't want to face reality. So no matter how many conversations we have about it, no matter how many times you shine the light in their face, they still don't want to see the shit.
Right.
So that goes with everybody, not just black community, white community, everybody.
You
man.
stop beating on the table,
Right.
I'm
man.
sorry, man, because
got-
it's frustrating as hell.
Mr. Potato Head has made you mad.
Mr. Potato Head. Because I want some French fries right now, and I ain't got none.
What are you trying to hurt? You trying to save
You're a fucked up individual. Can we talk to Mrs. Potato Head?
Fuck her. I
Oh,
want roll.
Damn.
that's how you go?
That's how I'm going. I don't give a fuck right now.
Damn, what Mr. Potato Head did?
Mrs. Potato Head, what you think about being canceled?
She get more time to me. Fuck her.
Damn.
You get all the airtime. You know that. You go on your friends.
Nah,
You want you.
How you gonna be disrespectful to our guests?
You just said fuck her for no reason though.
I'm trying to get in the press like her, man. She ain't even do nothing.
So the crazy thing is when I sent the link to y'all, and Lady Antoinette went online, like you couldn't even get a Mr. Potato Head.
Nah. They already took it off already.
No, it's both of them. They're like the quantities are limited because they're about to take them off. So I have Mr. Potato Head on the way, but the problem is, and I advise anybody because I already got mine, so I can say this.
How much you put them on for eBay?
I'm gonna keep it for a little while. Okay. So because once they actually pull it off the shelves, this is different. Yeah. But I advise people to, hey, if you liked it, you know, you played with Mr. Potato Head as a kid, go on Amazon, buy it. Buy it up. Make a statement.
I never.
You said Mr. or Mrs.?
Neither one of them.
Okay.
Really get down.
I imagine you probably didn't like play with those types of toys. You probably just had like guns.
I got Lazy Tag was the shit.
That's a gun though.
Yeah, but I don't have race
Yeah,
track.
gun and fake money, right?
No, I ain't never had fake money. I had real money.
Oh.
Ooh.
And you said race car?
Started young. Yeah, I had race cars.
Did you fight with the tracks?
I got my ass beat with it.
I can believe that.
You know? That's when it was a child abuse. That's when it was this.
I mean, it probably still was considered
Yeah,
child
it was.
abuse, but you know,
Shit
people
hurt.
just ain't talking about
You know them tracks hurt back in the day. You ain't, don't act like you ain't got the race.
Beat with a what?
The racetrack.
I fought with
Yo,
we would play like, you know, fight with.
I didn't get beat with racetracks.
I didn't get beat with a
Man,
racetrack, but I did use it like. I just didn't get beat with a race car. Like, I mean, you asked me something specific. Why you asking me what I got beat with?
I'm just asking.
I'm an angel, remember?
On air.
You are a hater, CP3.
No, I'm not. Spitting.
Just because you got beat with race car tracks, because you was terrible.
I did, man.
But I was just talking to somebody about me. I don't know what it was about second grade. I was awful. But
I had 2 car accidents before the age of 10.
yeah, I'm sure.
You what?
I had 2 car accidents before the age of 10.
They got video games about people.
Boy, you like the Grand Theft Auto of podcasting.
Yeah.
So we're about to play some videos real quick, and then we're gonna bring our guest on.
All right.
And plus, you know, I don't want to walk in front of the camera while I get a shot. Look at
This is good.
Here we go. Here we go. Changing the place.
Oh Lord.
We usually you don't do that type of stuff until after we have it. This is a problem today.
It's a celebration.
So CP3, this song you could probably relate to. It's actually by Two Face the Don. It has several up and coming DMV rappers, and the name of the song is called Drugs, and it's actually a part 1 and part 2. So it's a 12-minute song. It's a 12-minute video.
I feel like I'm being profiled.
Nigga, you are.
We just being honest.
We just being honest. I mean, you know, what were you doing in the early 2000s, sir?
Huh?
Oh,
Yeah, exactly.
Early 2000s?
oh.
I can't recall.
Besides hoeing.
I can't recall.
What's the name of your favorite customer?
What was your nickname?
Which one?
Oh.
You know, I have several aliases.
Yeah, so we got Eric who's in the building.
Yes, sir. See, we rocking it, baby.
We got Assad, we got LA, and then we got Miss Bree up in the building.
All right.
And then we'll be giving out government names after the show. No.
Well, they know my goodness.
Oh yeah, cause you know
My
you
record clean.
you're what?
I know some people.
You know, you should stop lying on air, sir. You really should start.
You check my record.
You know, I just
the feds check your record, it might not be so.
yeah.
I'm just being rude.
I'm sure you done did some things on your record. Anyway, we're gonna play this video. This joint's like 11 minutes. Actually, it's like 12 minutes. And then we're gonna bring our guest on. You know, before I even bring them on, I'm gonna tell you like this. It was CP3. It was CP3. So I'm gonna tell you like this. Okay. Stop it. CP3, this is all your fault.
Yes, because it is your
Because it is your fault. So I'll tell you like this. There's a lot of people that there's a lot of people that make clothes, and there's a lot of people that are clothing designers.
Sure.
So when At the Bar t-shirts are sponsored by Eric Husa. Sports on the Hill. I swear CP3 is your fault.
That's because you was talking trash. You talking about getting a new board, not a board saying,
Yeah.
what? I got something for you.
I know.
You gotta say that like
After you get the
Yeah, true. So there's a lot of people that make clothes and stuff like that. And the big difference is the quality of it. So whoever I've ever sent an At the Bar t-shirt to, when they feel it, and you know the CP3, they be like, oh, the quality is so good.
Yes, sir.
So it's not just you putting something on a Foreman Mills t-shirt in your design and you calling yourself, yes, I'm saying some real disrespectful shit. But if you put your shit on a Foreman Mills t-shirt, your logo, and then you call yourself a clothing designer, you're not. You're not. And it's a big difference because, you know, when I talk to my guys, we talk quality.
Right.
We talk texture. He ain't gonna give me some stuff that, that one, I ain't got a body by Jake, so I don't need a see-through shirt. I don't need these people to see my nipples, my chest, my nothing. So if you selling people shirts like that for $30, you are a fraud. Like real talk. So
positive folks from my sports and OTHP apparel. You know, Eric Husa also sponsor sports OTHP apparel, and I haven't had any complaints. You know, I still got a couple more shirts left. You know, I might use those for some other things.
Shout out to Lady Antoinette shirt. Yeah. You ain't got no blue shirt today?
I was. I use it for the backdrop for sports OTHP.
Yeah, because I mean,
you got your blue one. Leave me alone.
Eventually.
You got
it. Eventually, right?
You got it, dude.
It took a while.
I ain't got a picture of you wearing it though. What had happened was Craig and they said, yeah.
So I'm about to play this video, and then but I'll just say this: like their quality speaks a lot, and it speaks in value. And whoever we've had associated with the product, who tested the product, has always spoke highly of their quality.
Right.
So don't just be calling yourself a designer because
you got that little t-shirt press.
Yeah, because you got that t-shirt press and your t-shirt's is thin as shit. Like if I want a thin mint, I go to the Girl Scouts.
Man, it's going to shrink when you wash That's after you wash it like
Yo, dog, if you wash a shirt one time and it goes from a 3X to a 1X, that shit's not good. Yeah.
See my heartbeat in the mirror.
Dog, I'm a big dude. I don't wear skinny shit. Nothing. Like if I got put a shirt on and it's hugging me and I can't breathe, I'm asthmatic. I don't need no help not breathing shit.
I'm a grown ass man, dog. I don't need no shit that's tight fit.
He about to go on.
Well, dog, if you had a tight fitting shirt, your voice would change 6 times, not 4. Yeah, you know these skinny jeans.
I heard you going in that direction.
I was going to leave.
Anyway, we about to play the video. So no.
No. No more rest.
What?
It's very.
You only had 1 cup.
I'm about to get another.
And you done had like 5 rings.
Yo, Two Face the Don is something that CP3 used to sell all the time.
Black market motherfucking mafia life, my nigga. They know what it is. I brought some friends with me on this one, though. It's the drugs. Yeah. Shout out uptown. It's the drugs. Southside. Northeast, I know you with me. Southwest. It's the drugs. Shout out the whole MDPG. Moco. Yeah. It's the drugs. Sincerely ill the general. Uptown XO. Y'all get it for me.
I bring the lightning and the thunder and the rain. I'm a god. Snowfall in the pot, got them fiends on nod. I'm the reason they nose got the drip, they arms got the tracks. In the $500,000 crib, use them like the trap. Money on the floor, choppers by the door. All facts, no cap. Empty the clip till it collapse. Fuck clout, we done survived routes. That ain't reasonable doubt. I'm broad day, bringing it out. Get it.
3162 dirty gun shooters, you heard he was serving. I cop in front of crew, gave him the verbal. I'm about to see what it do. Tables can turn and I vowed I would never lose. He made a purchase, shit, that's what he better do. Nigga keep cool and keep copping, I throw it to him. Show me that it's a problem, I show it to him. All the tips throwing to him like an old to him. Charges like a coat to him. The closet, we gon' go through it. Don't tell me shit, gotta show him prove it. Break this in half and move it. Turn it to a whole joint, it be smart, but some niggas know half of the music. We got this map to use it, blast it, checking the Mac and do it.
It's the drugs. Yeah. The G-mix to this shit, you hear me? DMV. It's the drugs. Real nigga shit on. It's the drugs. Yeah. The weed, the coke, the pill. The dope be giving me chills. Danny's just making me ill. It's the drugs. That money be starting the party. I mix it all up with Bacardi. I'm brand these niggas on right.
Slide with the Drake, get the shaking like Harlem. I get the lean, I'ma pour out the bottle. I'm in the trap and my bitch keep crawling. The low just touch, I'ma step on the work, I'ma see you tomorrow. You spank that beat, I'ma go a little hard. I take me a trip, put 20 in the air. Got a mic, go Drizzy, this shit ain't fair. Can't jump this creek, this shit too deep. Spook D, nigga, I'm the king of the creek. ARP, make him tap his feet. Nigga got spanked, what happened to him? I'ma work my wrist till I touch me an M. Shit don't stop, plug set in a mill. I get them pounds, put them right on my man. I'm in the hood with the jackets and rob. Dog on my lap, I ain't doing no harm.
Nigga came up selling drugs. Nigga started nickel dime hustling, turned to the plug. Chop it up and break it down. Collect the cash to count it up. Who the fuck acting gangster? Niggas pussy, you ain't no thug. I've been rolling sheets and funnel. I've been getting high up. How about the car with them choppers? You got your ass fired up. Now on this back to the trap, I got them junkies wired up. I've been riding round cranking, all I know is selling drugs.
Selling drugs. It's the drugs. Yeah, you know that was OG hand. We warming up now. It's the drugs. Yeah.
Okay.
That's right.
Yeah.
Cause it's the drugs. The weed, the coke, the pill. The dope be giving me chills. Danny's be making me ill. It's the drugs. That money be starting the party. I mix it all up with Bacardi. I'm praying these niggas don't run me.
I'm that DC shooter, no baller, no bill. And when they mention Bradley, it's in the midst of a deal. I'm a dirty district nigga, yeah, fly, I go get it. Keep a cool little sim, he fletching the neek and did it. Coke, weed, pills, slow, I be trapping my nigga. Motherfucker, it's the drugs, and ain't no cap in this nigga. Yeah. Look at the flick of my wrist. Pop lock to a stick. Dry cook or the microwave. Shit keep coming back to 10.
My work was selling itself. Fast, just off the packaging. Them bags had them Zuda man stamps. They was vanished. This was back in junior high, dog, when I was in the 7th grade. Briefing 50s all day, thinking I'm hella paid. Them dudes there with me, they probably crooks. So close at the whiz game, I'm dapping Scotty Brooks. Real hustlers salute and say they glad I made it. We getting money regardless, keep my scales calibrated.
It's the drugs. Yeah. It's the energy I like. It's the drugs. Shout out VA in the building. Woodbridge, Alexandria. You know what it is. It's the drugs. The weed, the coke, the pill. The dope be giving me chills. Danny's be making me ill. It's the drugs. It's just when you thought it was the money be starting the party. I mix it all up with Bacardi. I'm praying these niggas don't run me.
Couple days to the face. Young and got a little glow about her.
fuck y'all niggas talking about, man? Retirement over. Rule is back.
This is Black Market.
This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual purge sanctioned by the U.S. government. Weapons of Class 4 and lower have been authorized for use during the purge. All other weapons are restricted. Government officials of ranking 10 have been granted immunity from the purge and shall not be harmed.
It's the drugs. Yeah, go a little bit more. It's the drugs. The cracks and the crevices for this, you know. Yeah. It's the drugs. All my real niggas. Underground niggas. It's the drugs. Yeah, we got LA niggas out here. Talk to them, M. Yeah.
Murderers, killers, and dealers, that's who I bang with. Hustlers and strippers, who I motherfucking hang with. And if we talking money, then we talking my language. Gangsta shit, fully equipped, my homies stay dangerous. Gang affiliated, got the plug on the drugs. So my clique investigated, roll with pimps and them thugs. Got enemies play it hating, wait for me to fall up, let them cowards stay waiting. Shit like a drug.
Yeah, King honest, I walk outside and they looking at me like I'm the greatest. I ball high like I'm Kobe Omega. I'm rocking Dior, I stun on you haters. 30 on me, I ain't playing with you haters. I'm shooting this 30 like I play for the Lakers. Don't drive by, walk down on you haters. Bow, bow, bow to your ass for your style. These niggas sweet like 9 laters. That nigga hot, that's a foul gator. Throw on my pass, now fuck later. Put a beam on your head, you can beat a demonstration. His head rolled off with his body hit the gate. The hot shit I don't tolerate. She like my swag cause she know I get game. She like my swag cause the nigga don't play.
It's the drugs. East Coast, West Coast shit. It's the drugs.
The weed, the coke, the pill. The dope be giving me chills. Anything making me ill.
It's the drugs.
The money be starting a party. I mix it all up with Bacardi. I'm brand new, don't write me cause it's the...
My wrist is par, my neck feel like the winter. I'm the king of diamond, bitch, a bad to extra strippers. 2 bitches on my side, just call me Jack Tripper. Handsome as white, I call it Joan Rivers. For the price of yeah, I smoke you like a swisher. Make a nigga disappear like a motherfucking magician. Just keeping a hunt done, give a fuck about the bitches. Cause my money stacked tall like a rack of dirty dishes.
Mark the block, I got knocked on the whip block. So many hits lined up, cause the grid lock. Face with the heads trying to hit the spot. Ain't trip cause he slipping, take pics on TikTok. Whole lot of thugs with the drugs and ziplocs. Whole lot of gang shit, boy, you been hot. Jumped up the porch with the throat to get shot. Never get caught with a corpse in the box. Motherfucker caught, made a finger to the eye. On the report, all charge drop. You the 1 point finger when your man got shot. Niggas don't know who you fucking with. So it's 1 pump snub on the fucking clip. Ain't never gonna quit with the drugs and shit. And if the glove don't fit, then you must have quit. OJ, nigga.
It's the drugs. Hustler shit. Been here right now doing my drugs thing. It's the drugs. Whipping it up. You know how I go. It's the drugs.
The weed, the coke, the pill. The dope be giving me chills. Anything be making me ill.
It's the drugs.
The money be starting a party. I mix it all up with Bacardi. I'm brand these niggas don't write me cause it's
I'm in the old school with the seat back. Busting down ditties to the green crack. Money growing like green grass, but it's no stroke for my team strap. If a nigga play tough, he gon' get spanked. Round here we been frank for the Ben Frank. A nigga know the work the digits to the shit break. Used to treat the shoe box like a Swiss bank. Them 11 concourse was my offshore, but I had a nigga on 10 like a sophomore. Kept the whole strip stone like the gargoyles. And running off on the plug, what we not doing. I watched niggas like face when I came up. At an early age, I was soaking all the game up. Before I knew what fame was, like a slang drugs. And get it off 3 times in the same month.
Drug game, do my thug thing, let my nuts hang, let them guns bang. Yeah, I slang, get them things into the block. The traffic don't stop. Got the youngest up top with the drop in a chop, and I think I go pop. If you niggas don't stop hating, calling cops, you snitching, you hot. The game will never stop. When you see me, give me props. I'm the nigga that keep the block jerking. You niggas ducking, going to work and shit.
It's the drugs. Yeah. Shout out to Fat Dog. C-Man. It's the drugs. Oh no, feast these will stand up. Yeah. Yeah. It's the drugs.
The weed, the Bacardi. I mix it all up with Bacardi. I'm praying these niggas don't write me cause
it's face murder, move quiet like a burglar. So whip that money straight, then maybe we can talk further. I'm the supply, not God, more like Messiah. I'm unearthed and then birth, and my nigga is no higher. Fuck your chains, when I got so many names. The plug, the stove, the range, the sun, the flame, the gun, the click, the bang. The one who doing this thing. Big homie, big clip, big dick to your bitch, yeah. Or maybe she, see animal, I'm a beast. So don't walk him off the leash, cause it gets fatal, capiche? In the streets, I'm like a fable. Stories told in the wind, and disappear in the night until he pop up again. Drugs, 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 drugs. Just wanna do something for my street niggas. It's the drugs, 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 drugs. Worldwide. Y'all know what it is.
It's the drugs, 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 drugs. Yo, that has to be CP3's anthem. Nigga, how many times you gonna change your voice on the show? Oh Lord, oh Lord. Shout out to everybody that calls me. They know I have a show that comes on every freaking Sunday at 6 o'clock, but you want to call me and talk to me about nothing. Shout out to that. And then when I hit no, that means you should be watching the show and not calling me. Because if you really wanted to talk to me, you'd be watching the show. So what's going on? We got Eric Husa in the building. We got LA, we got Assad, and we got Miss Bree up in this joint, their brand ambassador. Hello. So you know, we unfortunately, you know, we at the bar we're on a budget cut right now, so we only got one mic for all three of y'all.
We can make it work.
We just gonna make it work. As we were saying, you know, they say I was throwing shade on other people, but you know, if your quality's not good, your quality's not fucking good. Like, first of all, I see some of y'all podcasters, y'all quality ain't good. That's a whole nother story. I mean, we you know, it's always a show after the show. But if your quality, the one thing I do love about Eric is that their quality is good. And the one thing I do know about, you know, dealing with Assad and stuff, and you know, when he did the at the bar shirts and stuff, he is very meticulous about the quality that he puts out. And he's very meticulous about, you know, his designs and stuff like that. So definitely, as always, y'all can either LA or Assad could tell us about the Eric Husa brand. Like I said, I'm a big fan. I'm rocking it. You can't see me, but I'm rocking my at the bar T-shirt with my Eric Husa joint, and I just got another joint for my Miami trip, a blue joint. So you know, I'll be looking like the sexiest Smurf on earth.
Oh my.
So you know, could one of y'all just you know just refresh the listeners on what this brand stands for and then what it means and stuff.
Well, Eric Husa started.
Well, before you do that, talking to the mic.
Sorry about that. My name is L.A. Holmes, CEO of Eric Husa Clothing and Apparel. We started in 2018. It's been a long journey. Assad and I have both been into fashion for years now, since like 2003. So it's, you know, fashion has always been a passion of ours. When we decided to start Eric Husa, we had one goal in mind, was quality. It wasn't just about just putting anything out. You know, quality is always something that was important to us, and that's what Eric Husa stands for. You know, strength, power, integrity. That's what we stand on. And our quality is our backbone. You know, Assad always comes up with the fire designs, and bottom line is, you know, it's hot, it's fresh, it's new, it's something like it's something unlike, you know, you've ever seen, and we stand on it. You know, it's important for people to know who we are and what we are. And bottom line is, Eric Husa's coming, and we going worldwide.
Well, I would say Eric Husa's here and it's going worldwide.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like I said, when people see me in where you get that from? Oh, this is Eric Husa. You know, watch the show. I'll tell you how you can get there. You know, and people like love the quality of y'all product. You know, real talk. You know, if I thought it was some shit, I'd tell you, yo, this shit's some
Well,
shit.
yeah, we've seen that. You don't have a problem. You don't have a problem speaking your mind.
Yeah.
We gonna call you out.
Especially him.
Right. I mean, because
Thank God somebody didn't say
just saying, I had to deal with a previous apparel guy. They gave me some doo-doo product and expected me to pay for it, and I told him point blank I wasn't. He tried to so-called strong arm me.
What'd you do? Put a gun in his face?
I just told him it wasn't going to happen. He had a problem with it. You step outside and handle it if you want to. He pretty much knew what the deal was. I gave his product back and told him
go fuck himself.
Yeah, pretty much. I wasn't. See, I'm trying not to go there, and you just keep on throwing him up there.
I'm just.
But I did pretty much tell him to go fuck himself, and I put it out there on social media that he got a bad product. So if you it's ways to do business. I'm not gonna put hands on you because then you're gonna file a assault charge. I'm into your bottom line. I'm gonna put it out there that you got a bad product and nobody should buy from you.
But the thing about it is though, when you have a product like I said, everybody who's had this will say, yo, it feels good.
Yeah.
It doesn't shrink. I washed it several times. And they just like the feel of it on their body. It speaks volumes of the product.
Right.
You know.
But at the same time, we have CP3 over here that want to put hands on these clothing apparel pushers that he has come across. And if he has stamped Aracusa. So that's a good thing.
It is.
You can do something and you can't.
Right.
So
therefore we have.
We started our partnership. He showed and proved every time, and he's given us good product, and he's always been, prompt about his service, and it's always been about customer service. So why not support a black business that's doing good work and putting out good product?
Yeah. So I would say this: the first time that we had Aracusa here is a very special moment because we had a crazy barbecue show, but it's also the night my aunt passed. Right. And I will always say this: you have guests that come on and they one and done, but the only time they go and talk to you is when they need you again. I'm a very private person, but when I did put it out there that my aunt passed, Asad was one of the people that always, gave me condolences and was like always one of the first people to, to say something about that. Right. So I always appreciate that. Asad. But also, as in, this is where, and I want all you DMV artists to pay attention. Not just DMV, I just want the whole DMV to pay attention because this is where y'all fail at. Asad doesn't matter if he's on the show. He will like the show, he'll share the show, he'll comment on the show, he'll watch the show, whether it's sometimes he'll watch the whole show, sometimes, he'll watch it on IG or whatever. But this is where a lot of y'all fail at. A lot of y'all go on, oh, well, if I ain't on the show, I'm not supporting the show. But then when you got a product, y'all call me up and be like, yo, I need to get the dog. For real talk. I actually have enough clientele to be booked until June. We can be booked until June without having to, we don't really have to go out and call a whole bunch of motherfuckers to be like, yo, you want to come on to this show? Our last guest, not the guest before our last guest, sent me a paper of up and coming artists, and he's like, yo, I want to book all these people on your show. And then we still have other people I want to bring on, other people Lady Antoinette want to bring on, other people CP3, which means we're not hurting for content. So Asad's one of those people, no matter what we have, each week faithfully he'll tune in. And he's never pressured to me about, yo, when you gonna let me back on the show? And I appreciate that because it shows real support. That's why, and that's why I look at them as one of our sponsors because, they show so much love and strength in promoting the At the Bar brand and the Sports on the Hill brand that it is monumental to our success. And that's why, and even when we have conversations like off air, like, LA, and we've been at our side house, we were taking pictures, for him. Just the energy is always positive. Right. Like, we could probably be finished what we done in like 2-3 hours and still have a 4-hour conversation about other shit going on in the world, and it ain't nothing.
Right.
And like I said, there's people I've known for 30 years that don't give me that type of vibe. So I appreciate these gentlemen for all the stuff that they do.
It's all about support.
Definitely,
Oh, yeah.
definitely.
We kind of touched on that earlier. Here we are back at that.
We always gonna touch on that because a lot of these motherfuckers forget.
Don't know how to.
No. It's a simple step. It's just that they forget. They're dumb.
It's dumb, selfish, and that's how it be sometimes. Folks forget the little things. Man.
So LA wanted to know, were you in the last video?
I'm going to go back and look at the footage unless they got something. They might have photoshopped some shit, man.
Oh, my
Or it could be one of your children.
I think it's one of his kids.
You know what? Y'all gonna stop putting
Like his oldest.
Yeah. You keep talking about his guys. His pullout game is
My pullout
undefeated.
game is spectacular.
That's weird.
Bro,
I
you
never said undefeated. I said spectacular.
Bro,
Okay, you can say that.
you
You
smoke
have
and
said
you
undefeated
drink.
Before, but all right.
You smoke and you drink. I'm sure you done
I
skeeted.
I don't mess with Mr. Tingle Man. Once you feel Mr. Tingle Man, you
Can
gotta
you
go.
stop saying that? That really disturbs me.
Because you don't understand. All the men in the room understand Mr. Tingle Man.
No, Charles.
Exactly. You see them over there now, they understand Mr.
Don't even put yourself in this foolishness.
When you feel Mr. Tingle Man, it's time to go. You messing around
So,
with Tingle Man.
so you mean to wait a minute? You mean to tell me you smoke, you drink, you eat pork, and every time you felt it's tingling, baby, you pulled out?
And you were successful in that.
You know the ironic thing, when I was trying to have a kid and I was just RAW, you couldn't get pregnant.
I feel like we have great conversations, CP3. But I feel like it's a whole rack of bullshit that you don't be saying.
That's true. Me and one of my girlfriends was trying.
Yeah, we know that part.
Yeah. Well,
But that's because you already had like 12 kids.
you know.
That's because you was sexing in the church. Anyway.
Oh, man. We gotta keep bringing her up, man. It wasn't that perfect.
Wait, so you were into it
It
now?
wasn't the church parking lot. It was the parking lot adjacent to the church.
That belonged to the church.
But it wasn't the church parking lot.
But it belonged to the church, which makes it the church parking lot.
So you wasn't parking lot pimping, you was parking lot hoeing. Anyway, so Assad, you have you just added somebody else to your team.
Yes.
Could you talk about her real quick before we give her the mic? Okay.
Hi, I'm Bree.
What's going on?
Nothing much. So my model name is Bree Phoenix, or Phoenix the God. I've been modeling for about 5.5 years. I started as an eye candy model, just kind of, getting my feet wet. I've been published in over 3 dozen magazines as a model. As a creative director, I've been published over a dozen times internationally. Just to name a few, it's Urban Ink Magazine, Malibu, which is a Parisian magazine, as well as Mob Journal, Elements Magazine, which is a major editorial magazine in LA. So starting from eye candy to being able to take my brand more editorial and make sure that
Hold on. CP3, you got no, that's your negative energy.
Sage in here.
Yeah, that's CP3's negative energy. That's your negative energy, CP3. I swear it is. I swear it is. Okay. Go ahead.
So when I started, I was in one genre, and I was able to take my brand to a point where not only people take me seriously, but I'm getting booked for organizations
I'm about to mute your mic, CP3. You won't be able to talk for the rest of the show. It did not. It never does.
I'm sipping on my drink.
Stop messing up and look right at him.
Okay. Let's go.
So I was able to get opportunities with people that had the same vision that I did, as far as making sure that you are more than just a designer, more than just a model, more than just a creative. You are an inclusive, an all-inclusive person. And when I met Assad in LA, I was very, very intrigued at how not only did they have great quality work, because of course they're their first brand ambassador, so all I saw them in was these tracksuits and these joggers that were so well made and so beautiful. And I would always ask them, is that your brand? What's your stuff? That's nice. That's really nice. I promoted for a few companies, and like you said, screen printing and putting things on already made clothing, it's not a designer. When you sit and you draw and you think about things and you put it together and you create an entire vision with it, that's an artist, that's a creator. And I think that's what makes a designer. That's what sets these two amazing gentlemen apart.
So real talk, and I want to touch on what you just said. So when Assad, he actually did the at the bar shirt. He was like, "Yeah, we went at the bar." We were actually talking. He was like, "So what you want?" And I was like, "I don't know. Just put at the bar and a glass or whatever." And then in the middle of us talking, he's actually designing the shirt. And so then he's like, "Oh yeah, how about this?" And like he actually, but he took time. He actually listened to the vision and stuff. Um, so I always like that's a big difference because like anybody can get a screen print and print stuff. That doesn't make you a designer. It's like some people can, rhyme on stuff. That nigga that don't make you a rapper. Saying cat in the hat don't make you a rapper.
And a lot of women take photos. That doesn't make you a model. So
That is,
it's
that's
a
true too.
difference, and it's a level to this. And I think that they have reached a certain level. Yes, they have reached a certain level where you don't even have to ask if this is good quality work. You know this. You can see
It
it.
is. Their work speaks for themselves.
Absolutely. So I'm
Like,
grateful
yeah,
to be a part of this team and be able to push their message further. And their message being, like they said, integrity, and making sure that you're not just out here just living, just to live. Like,
yeah,
you should actually be trying to make a difference.
you
With
should.
Whether it be through clothing, through modeling, through art, through music, whatever it is, you should be wanting to evoke feeling with people. You should want to change lives. And I think that that's what they have absolutely accomplished.
That's dope. That's dope. That's dope. You got any questions, Lady Internet?
Not yet.
Oh shit, she's thinking. She's thinking.
I thought I had some things already, but I'm, as it
Um,
progresses.
So, if you were a singer or a rapper, I would ask you your Mount Rushmore of hip hop and stuff like that, or music. So, what's your Mount Rushmore designers?
Ooh. See, I like to support Black-owned businesses only.
It's your Mount Rushmore. You don't need an excuse. You don't need an yo.
So it's not going to be no Gucci, none of that. Like, I really do not support fast fashion with a passion. I do not even a little bit. So as far as designers that I look up to, I would have to say Lil Rich, who is local in the DMV area. I think he is well on his way. I think he has a lot of talent, as well as, you know what I'm saying, he thinks a little bit more. You can tell that he thinks when he creates his clothing.
Okay.
There's I can't remember his name, but he creates the flowers coats. It's big bubble coats, and they have like artificial flowers all in them. I think that's so creative and beautiful. Another one would be my girl, Upstreet Kid. It's by my good friend Love Shar. Her clothing is more so. She likes to say it's not for the timid. It's not for the mild mannered. Like I said, I'm an alternative model. So my genre, my brand is more so towards things that are a little odd, a little different, things that are against the norm. And I think that her brand embodies that completely. It's a lot of O-rings, a lot of chains, lots of lingerie, and exotic kinds of clothing. Very risque, but with a very tasteful feel. And she hand dyes her clothes herself.
Damn.
So that's, to me, that's what sets her apart from a lot of other people that are just making lingerie and
Okay.
making clothes in general. But yeah, those are my top three for sure.
Hey, you got two more? Okay. CP3. You got a question, concern, a comment? I know you was a freaking pervert.
I had a moment.
You had several.
Went straight there.
Straight there. All you heard was lingerie through the whole thing.
Yeah, exactly. Just keywords.
You freak.
I'm just saying.
Okay, you got a question though? You got a question that don't involve acting her lingerie size?
I forgot the most important brand.
I was waiting on that.
Besides Hercules, of course. My favorite is my own.
Okay.
So I'm a set designer. So I design photo shoot sets. So like backdrops like this and what you guys have over there at your setup. That's what I would do. So I create the props. I make props myself. Hot glue and cardboard. I make everything myself. I make special effects products. I sell special effects products. Special effects meaning like prosthetics. So like movie makeup. That's my thing.
Okay.
So my brand is called Firebird Beauty. You can find me on Instagram.
Hence the name Phoenix.
Yes, indeed. And the Phoenix name came from just my personal experiences, always being able to be resilient and being able to bounce back and grow and learn and become better. I believe that us as human beings, we always need to kind of shed our former skin. We need to always be evolving and growing. And if you aren't, then I don't think that you're making any real progress in the world. So that's where Phoenix comes from, and I encourage everybody to be a Phoenix or have Phoenix tendencies. Don't let anything stop you from getting to where you want to get to.
So I'm a comic guy, so I thought Phoenix came from the X-Men.
But
honestly though, the Phoenix Force embodies what she actually was saying.
Right.
So it's all about resurrection. It's all about starting again. It's all about life. It's all about just learning from your past mistakes. So always do. Now CP3, do you actually have a question that doesn't concern lingerie?
I was going to say, what is it more of a hobby or your interest that got you to the alternative modeling lifestyle, or that's just something that you feel is a calling that fits to what you're trying to do, or that's something that you really feel passionate about?
That's a really good question.
It is, and he really changed his voice for that question.
My journalist.
So, honestly, I've always been alternative. I've always, when we were kids, we used to have those gumball machines. I'm pretty sure they're still around today, where you go in and you can get those temporary tattoos for like $1, with a little bit of water. I still wear them. Okay, for one. But for two, I would stick them all over my body. When I was a little girl, my mom would be like, "Oh, my little punk daughter." She always encouraged me, and still to this day, she encourages me. But when I became an adult, and I was wearing all black in the summertime, wearing fishnets, long sleeves, I got little thumb holes, chokers and stuff, and I'm black, that's not considered the norm for us. We are considered an oddity, different, weird. I can't tell you how many times I've heard people say, "Oh, that's white people mess. You don't know what white people do." And to be really honest, we started the culture of gauges and tattoos in the African community. We started that, so it's not white people anyway. I'm staying true to my roots and making sure that it's not forgotten. So being alternative has always been a part of who I am, but when I became an adult and I realized that it wasn't normal, and people saw me as weird and different, I wasn't getting bookings like I thought I would be. I was getting shunned. Cosplay like sites and stuff, they would tell me, "Oh, you can't cosplay as Sailor Moon because you're not white, you're black, so you can't do certain characters." Which is
And the crazy thing about that is like they're telling you can't cosplay as Sailor Moon because you're black, but Sailor Moon is Japanese or Chinese. But a white girl can do it, but she's not even really white. Sailor Moon is like Japanese or Chinese. Damn it. Yes.
So just that idea and that mindset in the black community that it's not normal is what made me kind of want to push more into it and push the boundaries and see how far I could take it. Doing something that I truly not only love to do, but something that I feel extremely passionate about.
So the real talk is because I'm an old dude, so I have no problem with that. But hip hop when it first started like a lot of the whole punk rock genre, how punk rock dress and stuff like that. If you go back to hip hop, we were with the fur vests, we were with the chains, and like early hip hop is formed like that. And that was before like the disco, not even before disco, but that was like before like the punk era during the 80s and stuff like that. So, we transcended a lot. And people also forget about early metal like A Living Color or Fishbone, early bands like that were black rock bands. But we say black rock bands, but at the same time, Jimi Hendrix, you know, killed a lot of shit.
Yes, sir.
So
In actuality, we created the rock genre.
exactly.
Oh, yes.
So I make sure I do my research.
So
when I do-
and when you look at certain movies and they tell you that the Rolling Stones made hits off of Muddy Waters and they went back and studied all our old music and made it popular and stuff like that. It's still our music.
They're being fresh on one night, fresh off of that.
Oh yeah, well
That's what they talked about.
oh definitely.
I have a question for the Phoenix herself.
Okay.
And then I have a question for the gentleman. But first question,
No one's safe.
You said what?
No one's safe.
No one's safe for me. But so I don't like what people consider normal. I like to go outside of the box, and as a result, I have children who are the same way. But I can't help but to notice that it is easier for my children to be that way than it was for me.
Absolutely.
And so my question is, how do you feel about alternative culture, style, and everything being so accepted now? Like, does that excite you? And how do you feel that you would benefit from the way that things are going now?
It's definitely exciting. I love it. Very grateful for it. But at the same time, it does make me feel like, oh, geez, I've been this way my whole life. I started my modeling career, even though I was doing eye candy, I still was extremely tattooed. I couldn't get booked for anything. Right? Nothing. We're talking like, now you have heavily tattooed women on runways. Yeah, I couldn't do runway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I go up to a Goatse in New York because I actually did that. Go up to Goatse's, they're like, you're too short, you're too curvy. All those tattoos, absolutely not. You know what I'm saying? And now for it to be such the norm and for it to be accepted, I'm grateful for that because I know that's going to open up more doors for
But
me.
the crazy thing is that they would tell you things like you're too tattooed, but they're a tattoo model.
Exactly.
There are tattoo magazines that white people were going to, before Urban Ink and stuff like that. But there was plenty of tattoo books. I remember going. I'm a comic book dude, so I would go into different shops and stuff, and it was like tattoo this, and they were all white.
Yeah, absolutely. So
You know.
when I was in the military, I would read a lot of tattoo books. I was starting to get tattooed, so I thought that that's how I could find new artists. This is before I was on Instagram, any of that. So I'm looking at these tattoo books, and I'm like, there's nobody anywhere that looks like me.
Yep.
I don't know if these artists do good with my skin color. I don't know if the color's gonna come out right. You know what I'm saying? They could be secretly racist. You never know.
Right.
So because I didn't see anybody that looked like me, I was like, well, if they can do it, I'm gonna see why I can't either. Like I should be able to do it too, right? So I started getting published in tattoo after the eye candy and stuff. Then I started going more towards alternative. I worked so hard on it. I didn't accept no for an answer, and I ended up making my biggest magazine debut, which was with French Montana, the Urban Ink magazine, and that was.
But the crazy thing is that black people with tattoos have been going around for a long time.
Absolutely.
And even black alternatives, like I knew a girl in high school. That's all she wore. But that was her identity.
Right.
And the thing is, no one to me, I never looked at her being weird because. But then again, I mean, I've always been different. I've been into hip hop and wrestling since forever.
Well, see, within the Black community, the way we view people who are alternative is different than the way that the rest of the world.
Yeah.
In the Black community, I feel like if you were quote unquote different, to a degree you're still accepted.
Yeah.
Because you have different groups of people within the Black community. but we're talking about the way that the rest of the world is
And that's true because the difference is if you're a black kid and if I'm a hip hop head and she's a punk rock girl, and I go, oh, you just listen to punk rock? She's like, yeah, okay, cool.
right,
You know, will the rest of the world be like, oh, why don't you listen to hip hop?
right. And
You know.
we're very accepting. I mean, not saying everybody. We know that there are exceptions, but we're very accepting of that, of people and their differences. And so that's why I kind of asked, how you felt about it, because in a sense, everyone like my age and up until my children's age, and even people older than me, we in a sense paved the way for what we know now. I have a lot of friends who are in cosplay. One of my friends, we went to school together. He's the first published Black He-Man. He has a big, huge afro. They have created a doll for him, all kinds of stuff. And so, with that said, cosplay in the Black community, like, we don't care.
Right,
You
exactly.
But
that's why I was asking, because I feel like there are times where I'm happy that my kids are able to experience what they experience now versus what I did. But at the same time, it is bittersweet, and I feel the same way you do.
it is. I mean, when you are different, I always tell people, like I grew up on hip hop, wrestling, and comic books, and I was doing that shit before it was cool.
Right, me too.
You know, I don't put it out there no more, but even one of my belts says WWF. That's how long.
Yes.
That's how long I've been watching stuff like that. So it's one of those things where, I always tell people, I was just like, I was having a conversation with my nephew, Renegade, and we were just talking about, we're talking about WandaVision.
Yes,
and it made me so, I almost went into tears because he was talking about, because he told somebody, he's like, yo, my uncle read all the storylines that you've ever seen.
Yeah.
So he's like, when I watch WandaVision, he's like, I already know what's going on because I've actually read the actual story that it's based on.
And that's how my children are. They know what is supposed to happen. They
Yeah.
know what is supposed to be. And we kind of laugh when they shy away from things.
Yeah. But even when we're talking, and he's talking, and the funny shit is, he must have been going to my box. He was in my comic box when I wasn't even looking, because some of this shit came out before he was even born. And like we were talking, he was like, "Oh yeah, I remember the White Vision, and he was real cold and this." And I was like, "Oh shit, yeah, I did have that book. I remember I remember the whole story."
And my daughter did the same.
So
my daughter will be 20 this year, so she did the same thing. She was like, "Oh yeah, he's not supposed to have no feelings."
Yeah. Okay, yeah, man. CP3, what did one of your lost children say?
I don't know about what y'all talk. I was a football. You was either comic books or football cards. I was football. That's why I love
Which is
y'all.
that is also lost right now.
Yeah, I noticed how you dodged the question. I said, what did one of your lost children say? Yeah, there we go.
Okay, well, my question: can you tell us about that moment when you decided, hey, I'm gonna go off of my dreams and do it? A lot of times people talk about it, but they not about it for real. Can you let us know, like, that? What was going through your head at that very exact moment when you guys were like, yeah, let's do this. We're gonna push forward. We're gonna make this happen.
You know what? I'm here for this.
So, wow, this is like 2004, three. We was putting another clothing line called Cassius Collection.
Okay.
And we did a lot of shows, different fashion shows. Great design. Great design. Top of the line design. I feuded with him a lot because I was designing.
Yeah.
LA was doing all the police, making the models walk and dressing the models. It's a lot of fast movement when you're doing fashion shows.
Right.
And we did a lot of that, a whole lot of nights. We had to do a lot of movement. I had portfolios of books, drawings that I do. All this stuff I can show you on my phone that I can sign it from my phone. We send it to our manufacturer. He sent it over to us. But I was doing that for him with Cash Collection, and he wasn't accepting any of it. I got frustrated, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna move away and back away. So I told LA, I said, look, bro, I'm out. I can't do it with him. I'm out. You know what I mean? When you're ready, let me know. So a couple of years went past. We kept bumping into each other in the Avalanche of life because I'm a vegan. He kept on saying, man, I got something I want to do. LA kept saying, I got something I want to, present to you.
Right.
We need to get on top of that. I'm like, call me, bro. Let me know. I'm ready. Whenever you're ready, I'm ready.
Right.
So just that one moment, he came to me and he said to me, just before the name became Aracusa, it was Aracusi.
Okay.
I didn't feel it. He'll tell you that I'm real. When it comes to that, I'm aggressive when it comes to just the fashion world, period.
Okay.
My designs, what it means, the intake of it, why we doing it this way. And I shut down on him. I say, I ain't doing it. And like I'm a stubborn bull. I sit down.
Yeah.
So came to me one day, he said, Aracusi. I was like, nah, bro, it's not going to fly. The people are not going to feel it. We have to give something that's grab the people's attention.
Right.
That later on that day, he said, Aracusa. I said, what's the origin? Where did it come from? Well, we had a different partner at that time. He kept saying it was Nigerian. I wasn't feeling it. So I did my own homework.
Right.
It has no origin, period. Right? So I said, well, we got to find what Aracusa means to us.
Right.
And we put our clothing out, what it's going to mean to the people, how they're going to gravitate towards us as a fashion line. Because we got to go hard. If we ain't going to go hard, I don't want to do it.
Right.
From day one. I mean, we've been here since 2018 doing this Aracusa thing. If we're not going to go hard, I don't want to do it. So he agreed to it, say, look, man, let's go all the way in. He said, well, we got to find something that people will gravitate to as far as the definition of Aracusa, who we are as people. I said, strength and integrity. All day.
There you
That's
go.
what we stand for.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
My willpower to get up in the morning, that's my strength right there. My will to move forward to do Aracusa, that's my will right there. That's my strength. You know what I mean? And I ain't selling my integrity for nobody. It's mine. I earned it. You know what I mean? So that's what Aracusa stand for. We gonna stand on that. That's our push.
All right.
One thing I can say about Assad, he's always been straightforward. He's always been to the point. He's always been business oriented. Partnered up with him, like I said, 151 we had the show. He was actually, a guest that came with another guest, and we just happened to meet, and a partnership formed out of that. And I saw the quality of the work. I saw what he was trying to do. I saw the message he was trying to put out there, and that's what we do here. We reach out, connect with people, and now we have a great partnership, a great bond, and no telling how far it's gonna go, man. And that's the beautiful thing about this whole operation.
Definitely. So before I say something negative, let me I gotta put somebody on blast. I gotta put somebody on blast. But I would say this. One thing that people don't even realize is that Assad, as a designer, he actually has everything. Like he has his, which I can appreciate. He turned everything into, like his basement. He turned into basically the lab, and nothing but, and he actually hand prints the shirts and makes everything nice and stuff, and he'll break down the texture quality and stuff like that. Now I gotta say something negative to somebody. Miss Sparrow, who just hit me in my inbox, said, "Go check out my latest posts and comments on FEMA." In the middle of my show, hell fucking no. You should. If you're watching the show, why the fuck would you think I would stop my show to go and comment your show? What I will do is stop my show and I'll be ignorant and tell you, like, go play in traffic.
I was about to see. I'm about to sign up my wallet in the middle of the go get it for me. I'm the same thing. Let's all be on the same wave.
Yo, for real. Now that they don't want me to say ignorant shit, but I'm going to say ignorant shit regardless. So, yeah. I don't think I really hate when people when they see we on air and they be like, "Yo, go check out my video." No. Go check out my post. No, I'm not doing none of that shit. So when they do that, what I will do is I'll make you famous by putting you on blast and telling you fuck no. Yeah, I ain't that. I ain't. Yeah, I got an inbox. It's not a comment. It's not. Someone inboxed me. So somebody wanted my attention to make them famous. So I'm making them famous, just in my own special way. So you know.
I want to know why you talking so loud. No.
Nigga, you talking like you the illegitimate son of Billy D. Williams.
I don't even know if you can hear you right now.
On my drink, chilling, because I just it's been
eyes real low.
I'm in deep thought.
Oh,
Nigga, you look Chinese.
Stop typing. I'm black and neat, damn it. Cut that shit out.
See, every time you lie, the mics fuck up.
I ain't put hands on nobody.
What?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
What?
Right, clearly. You alright?
17.
Man.
Oh Lord. Let's go back to our guest, cause
Right.
CP3
17 to go.
CP3 is lying like
It's
shit.
been a rough month.
You just made your goal this month.
Yeah, but you know, man, with the ice and the snow, people not coming in, man. It was a stressful month trying to get that number, man.
Okay.
It's a hard job.
We sorry to hear that.
We said,
Don't be sorry. Spill the struggle.
what the fuck? I'm about to play a video.
Wait.
Go. You want to do the video or you want to actually?
Yeah, after the video, I have a question for our wonderful guest.
Yeah. Let me be.
What? Man, you
So, I'm about to play this video. And I'll keep playing this video. There was a young man that was on the show, Toke Ruckin, salute to Pat Riley and the Risk Takers. He was a great artist, phenomenal artist, and he, unfortunately, he was murdered out in the 757 area code down Norfolk. And I really hate losing artists because I can see he was actually on the rise. He was actually dealing with some people who I knew out in Atlanta, and he was really about to pop and blow. So in his honor, and I'm gonna keep doing this the same way I hold Black GOP down. Salute to True Radio, salute to Black GOP for Black GOP forever. I'm gonna play his videos. This is how it goes. So it's the Toke Ruckin joint. And I'm gonna stop explaining shit because I don't need to explain shit to nobody.
Push button Tesla, that bitch rented. DC gas, windows tinted. Blick on go, big 450. One man army, no lieutenant. Bitch don't send it, I'ma go get it. Finesse me a plug, bitch, you know who did it. Big dog shit, Oside Senate. Get smoke for some loud or get smoke for some midget. Niggas be welling like they really in it. No Keenan, they kill all that shit really in it. I just came up from hell and I'm feeling my city. I should book me a shorty and bust on her titty. Get bitch, I'm freaky, I'm wild and I'm needy. Whenever I'm hungry, I tend to get greedy. I love me a bitch that can show she don't need me. She front all you want, but I bet you won't leave. Just load up this cannon, get sent to a planet. Just know that I see my whole future, I planned it. I'm numb to the damage, just turned to a savage. I lost me some niggas, I still feel the tragedy. These niggas ain't talking about money, it's static. I ain't got shit in the closet, this shit in the attic. 20 band lick, bitch, I really had it. I had more money than your fucking dad. Just cash me a check for 2,000 at Kroger's. I'm going to Florida, just rented a Rover. Met a new bitch and I'm bending her over. I'm driving high, but I'm fucking her sober. These niggas green and they think they a clover. I'm in the city, slinging that cola. I want a Tesla, I feel like Nicola. I do not argue with dummies or soldiers. Push button Tesla, that bitch rented. DC gas, windows tinted. Blick on go, big 450. One man army, no lieutenant. Bitch don't send it, I'ma go get it. Finesse me a plug, bitch, you know who did it. Big dog shit, Oside Senate. Get smoke for some loud or get smoke for some midget. I'm not to the damage, I'm not to the damage, I'm not to the damage, I'm not to the damage. These niggas ain't talking about money, it's static. 20 man lick, bitch, I really had it. Bitch, I really had it. Bitch, I really had it. Bitch, I really
Good, bro.
So
touchdown, man.
It might be a hard time waking up in the
You at
morning.
the spot? Oh, that's a bad. I'm gonna slide up on you, yeah, man. Oh, that's a bad. I'll see you in a minute.
Polo stacks. Different levels. They gotta be Underground Radio. Yeah.
Put me in the game like EA. Watch me running money up like CJ. Ooh, I ain't been asleep about 3-4 days. I just caught a nigga lagging on the freeway. I just made 25,000 in the trap, put up half in the cut, gave the rest to the DJ. Big boy pack, shit touchdown. I just came to California, boss coming in from CA. Put me in the game like EA. Watch me running money up like CJ. I ain't been asleep about 3-4 days. I just caught a nigga lagging on the freeway. I just made 25,000 in the trap, put up half in the cut, gave the rest to the DJ. Big boy pack, shit touchdown. I just came to California, boss coming in from CA. Put me in the game like EA. Watch me running money up like CJ. I ain't been asleep about 3-4 days. I just caught a nigga lagging on the freeway. I just made 25,000 in the trap, put up half in the cut, gave the rest to the DJ. Nigga really street certified, nigga always been STEM. You can ask my niggas out there in PA. I just wanna DC side, ask my niggas out Maryland. You can even ask my niggas out VA. Big boy pack, shit touchdown. I just came to California, boss coming in from CA. Now these phone tap undercover, take a picture, plus the judge, prosecutor, steady work with the DA. Been a suicide, try steady, booty money steady coming in like a running on a relay. Really fucked up when I fucked up in the past, really trusting everyone that's trying to come up on a night. Only thing a nigga really never fucked up was the re-up in the money that was put into the pot. I'm a hard code, never trust none of these niggas. I just see their paperwork where I know they really high. I can give a fuck with a bitch nigga guy. He ain't never spent a minute, he ain't coming to the spot. Put me in the game like EA. Watch me running money up like CJ. Ooh, I ain't been asleep about 3-4 days. I just caught a nigga lagging on the freeway. I just made 25,000 in the trap, put up half in the cut, gave the rest to the DJ. Big boy pack, shit touchdown. I just came to California, boss coming in from CA. Put me in the game like EA. Watch me running money up like CJ. I ain't been asleep about 3-4 days. I just caught a nigga lagging on the freeway. I just made 25,000 in the trap, put up half in the cut, gave the rest to the DJ. Big boy pack, shit touchdown. I just came to California, boss coming in from CA. Ooh. I just came to California, boss coming in from CA.
I mean, I like the Undertaker, but that wasn't like my favorite.
I got a lot of favorites.
I'm vegan.
I don't make the trick, so you know we got the turn.
So, I remember the first thing is he always like with everything he always knows about people's height. So the Undertaker's like 6'10", but they will say he's 7 foot. So they always talk
Upgrading my new bitch, my old bitch, I know a sense progression. Lace my neck, upgrade my check. Bought a new wrist progression, new flex. All designers, flaking shrimp at Benihana's. Line up commas, drop a bag on your mama. Progression in the store. If I like, swipe, swipe, swipe. Progression, ball stuff, teach you a lesson. Take a chance, see my progression. Put my foot on little peasants. See no hate, got hate repelling. I got leverage, shine hard. Message. People stay giving opinions and they ain't explored. They don't matter, treat them like Martin. Y'all gotta go, get the stepping. They ain't no factor, I'm about business. I don't even listen, gossipers like chit-chatting. Lip flapping, till it's about action. John shit smacking, metal click clacking. Pull up what's hot, hop out the whip. Hit the scene, super clean like a rabbit. Falls down and out of sound. The meanest speaking legend. Many years, too many tears. Times change my grind, epic. Ball and hard just like the Celtics. Start your queen, she just melted. Seen her hate, know you felt it. Got old bills like an elder. My house big like a shelter. Tryna get rich, I can't settle. Take it up a notch, up a level. Just went tears, nickname the rebel. Look at my watch, all gold bezel. Chain drip water like tea kettle. Upgraded my new bitch, my old bitch. I know a sense progression. Lace my neck, upgrade my check. Bought a new wrist progression. progression, new flex. All designers, flaking shrimp at Benihana's. Line up commas, drop a bag on your mama. Progression in the store. If I like, swipe, swipe, swipe. Progression, ball stuff, teach you a lesson. Take a chance, see my progression. Put my foot on little peasants. See no hate, got hate repelling. I got leverage, shine hard. Message. If I like it, I'ma buy it. Swipe, swipe, swipe. Walk in stores, buy whatever, fuck a price. I got the juice, super fly like a kite. Level up like a flight, shots of goose, some hype. Put the tree in the pipe, shine bright, my cat fight. Make you niggas uptight, trying to clone my life. Bad bone, my stripes, hating ain't my type. Statements ain't my type, you niggas gay like dice. Your chick bad, I strike. Play my style, let this pipe. Grind day and night just to drop a bag on the dice. Damn.
And he don't sell for people, and he don't put people over. The whole point of the wrestling business is this: when you on your way out, you supposed to put people over.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan had no hair and this shit coming down, looking like George Jefferson, and basically he was at the point in his career where he should have been putting people over, and he only put himself over.
That's it.
Because Hulk Hogan is scum. And I said that live on air. What the fuck he gonna do? Leg drop me? What is he gonna do? Leg drop? What is the old ass gonna do? Leg drop me? He can. I would say I assume, but I know his wife took most of his money.
But he won his lawsuit, though. He had like $40 million lawsuit.
He won his lawsuit against Bubba the Love Sponge. Because Bubba put out a sex tape of him and his wife.
Didn't he get like $40 million from it?
Yeah, but it's like Bubba the Love Sponge ain't got no fucking money, so you can win 40. That's because you. The funny thing about the law is you can win 40 mil, don't mean you won't get paid 40 mil. Like a motherfucker can sue me for 100 million. I don't have 100 million in my bank. You can sue and win. That don't mean I'm ever gonna pay you. I mean, well, I'm gonna give you a couple of action figures and tell you, yo, Assalamu alaikum, fight the power and stay black. You ain't gonna get my belt. I'm gonna give you an action figure. What are you shaking your head about, CP3? Oh my God! Is the room spinning?
Not yet, but
Is $40 coming out your wallet tonight? Is $40 coming out your wallet tonight?
CP3, why can't you give us all the updates on the sports? And I don't even think we knew what the updates were. But shout out to University of Maryland. They beat Michigan State today, 73-55. So they got to.
Yo, this is a monumental show. We got Lady Antoinette's doing the sports instead of CP3.
Anytime.
Yeah. Dog, you look like you fucked up, son. You look like you about either ready to either you either ready to rob a nigga or sleep or go trick.
See me right off camera real quick. You know what I mean?
But yeah.
So we back with our guest. CP3 is thinking about either tricking or robbing. Or sleeping. Yeah, you definitely going to hell.
We have our lovely guests still. Yeah.
So you had a question for them before we did the music break. Yes, go ahead.
So for anything, designs, projects that you guys, major things that you got going on.
It's your mic, CP3.
Okay, so April, one of the guys invited us to Everlasting Life.
Wait a minute.
Show.
Bring the mic a little bit closer to you.
During April, one of the guys invited us to a fashion show / pop-up shop.
Okay.
So we have an opportunity to bring in Miss Bree to model a few pieces for new pieces that I'm designing now that I'm working on now for the springtime. I got a lot of things coming out, a lot of things in mind that you have never seen over here that they're not doing yet.
Okay.
Yeah, tell you a lot of times I'll be in space with my designs. So when they come out fine.
Okay.
But we're gonna do that in April, hopefully.
Okay.
But guess who will be at that pop-up shop?
Who will be there?
At the bar, we'll be there taking
Oh,
pictures.
look at that.
You know, shots by 151.
All right.
So we got a whole new lineup coming up for our short sets.
Okay.
One piece spandex suits for women.
Okay.
Two pieces for them also.
Okay.
But Lady Antoinette, I will definitely give you the address too. So if you want to pop up,
Yeah.
you're more than welcome.
Depending on the time.
Yeah, they trying to go to shows around about 11:30, 12 o'clock.
Oh, yeah.
30 shows.
Yeah, okay, that's good.
And they'll last until like 6 o'clock in the evening. To all the vendors are even or whatever like that. Last time we did, a lot of vendors left early.
Okay.
They didn't want to compete with us. We wasn't there to compete. We were just there to show
So
people
do
that we
what you
had.
do. Right.
We earned in the building.
Look at that.
Man, so let me tell you that. So now I gotta tell you a story.
Okay, tell me the story.
So we got invited to this event, and I'm gonna just tell you this: the other people were so fucking lucky at France because I was looking at the quality of their work.
And it was CP3 with a hands on.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it was,
Yeah.
and I can just tell you now. They were playing music. They were doing this. They were doing that. They were doing everything to get people attention.
But then when you come
We couldn't even set up. We was gonna do a podcast. We was gonna blast their ass out. We couldn't even do that. But even in the middle of the rainstorm, people was just, oh damn, that's nice. They just walked past. They said, oh damn, this shit, y'all did that. Like the work speaks for itself.
There you go.
Like them people were so lucky. I'm gonna tell you the truth, cause I seen that shit. It was so. It was like listening to that middle song on your favorite album. Like you're like, you know, I can play this once. Like it's nothing you gonna wear every day. You know what I'm saying?
The little
So
track that slipped in there.
yeah,
Whatever, just a filler.
yeah, it was a filler. And when you got all A side cuts, you ain't looking at the filler. You ain't even listening to the filler. So I honestly, them motherfuckers was lucky that it stormed because it was about to be another rainstorm. So when we went to the other event, I said there was a pop-up shop that they did out Capitol Heights at the was it E-Life restaurant? Everlasting. Man, let me just tell you something. Nobody was as busy as the Air Force.
There you go. That's all that matters.
You
And
know,
like you said, when they
and
get to compete.
so the funny thing is they always come with the humble shit. They set their shit up. They just cooling. Boom.
They ain't trying to compete. It's no competition.
I always like to call out. But here's the fun. I always like to call out copycat motherfuckers. So you know, I'm just boom. I come up there. I take my camera. I'm taking pictures. Boom, 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 boom. I take my phone out. This. So there's another dude taking pictures as well.
Okay.
As soon as I pull my phone out and I'm using whatever handheld device I got on my phone, stabilizer. It's a handheld stabilizer.
Right.
Next thing you know, this dude's pulling out his $500 gimbal. So, and me and Asada are laughing like shit because he sees me taking pictures. And first, I'm just doing Eric Kuza stuff. Like real talk, it was these kids next to Eric Kuza, and they just asked me to take pictures. So I'm just taking pictures of the kids. Next thing you know how you can feel a dude right beside you? This dude was literally right beside me. So as I'm taking pictures of Eric Kusa stuff, all of a sudden now, dog, you've been here.
All that time.
You've been here way before I even got to this month. Keep in mind, I took an Uber out this joint from VA. You had plenty of time. Now all of a sudden, because the first thing I do, I gotta represent my people. Right. So I take, boom, boom, boom. I'm taking pictures of all that stuff. Now all of a sudden he wants to take pictures. So then he comes talk to me. Oh, who you shoot with? Myself.
What you mean, who you shoot with?
Well, who you represent? I was like, bruh. I was like, at the Bar Radio podcast. He said, oh, you a podcast? I was like, yeah. He said, oh, because I do pictures. Okay.
I do pictures. Let me tell you something that really irritates me. I have been in photography since 1997, 98. Okay? and I've never told anybody I do pictures because I took pictures on a professional level. I've done events, I've done sporting events, weddings, I've done birthday parties, photo shoots, studio photo shoots. No way, no how are you gonna hear me say I do pictures?
I mean, these are what these clowns sell. So these people just want to compete when there's no need to compete.
There you go, right?
And the thing is, like I said, Assad invited me out. Like I said, I came out. And it's just so funny to me because you literally had at least 3 to 4 hours of you could have been dealing. And the thing is, once they got busy, oh, motherfuckers, somebody bought the outfit off the mannequin, which LA had to wind up changing the mannequin.
Oh, well. That happens.
Like,
More than one time.
Actually, that happened about 3 times.
yeah.
That happens.
So, and
Your stuff is hot, it's gonna go.
the thing is, when Eric Kuzma took over, so first of all, it was all cool until the Eric Kuzma fan club came in there, and everybody just started buying Eric Kuzma stuff, and they weren't buying nobody else's shit after a while. So, real talk. So they humble. They ain't gonna say the shit.
No,
I'm gonna say the shit.
but he's good. It's no competition. Like,
And-
he's not
and-
trying to compete.
And it wasn't, but it just, like I said, the dude just made me laugh because he just, like, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I ain't one of those people that I don't need to go up to somebody and be like, "Oh, you do podcasting? I don't give a fuck what you do. If you do what you do, I'm in
If
my
you try
own
to
lane."
network, I get that. But like I said, it tells a lot. As for me,
Yeah.
it tells a lot about what you do when you
Yeah.
say I do pictures. Like,
Well,
are
maybe
you a
he-
photographer? Is that what you're saying?
He may have said photography, but my translation was, "Are you intimidated?" And then he started. The funny thing is, then he started. He literally took my IG and then he started looking at my stuff and he was like, "Oh damn, these shots are really good." Like he gave me his IG. I was like, "I don't know who the fuck you are." Like I couldn't even tell you his name.
None of us could. Took pictures of us. I'm like, who are you? What you said name was again?
He took pictures of you.
And he said, "Can you throw your hat in the air?" I'm like,
What?
throw your hat in the air. I'm like, okay, it's in the air. What you gonna do? We taking pictures.
So I'm gonna be real with you. When it comes to stuff like that, I really.
Wait a minute, he was there before.
Before, a 1-5
He was there before he came.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying. He ain't started trying to do nothing.
He was there.
Yeah.
He didn't even pull his camera out to you, so you pull your.
That speaks
Yeah, that's
volumes. That speaks volumes, and it sounds like not just that he was trying to copy, but he was trying to outdo you. Because why is he asking people to throw their hats in the air?
Yeah, first of all, wasn't he standing like right next to you?
Yeah.
Under you?
Eventually he started. The funny thing is, me and Asad started laughing.
Literally was the guy moved.
That's problem.
Like he was literally like on his neck. Like every time 1-5 would put his camera up, the guy put his camera up. And I'm like, where did he come from? That's him.
So
That's him. That's the guy.
No, I'm telling you, this is the guy that was showing you guys about the car.
That's him.
This is
Yeah.
That's him on her phone right now.
That's crazy because real talk, I just do me.
He's been exposed.
So, say something, CP3?
Oh, we got another stalker?
Nah, it wasn't here.
Why he made it that? But all of a sudden, you got this energy with your little angry self. What's going on?
Myself together.
Everything that you hear about this man, you right.
It's like, because it upsets me.
You talk violent, CP3, like, I'm sober. So,
it upsets me.
CP3, the gunman number 2 over here wants some information.
Yeah.
But see, LA. The funny thing was is real talk, and I'm glad you said it before I can say. Literally, me and Asad was laughing through the whole shit because we noticed everywhere I would go, he'd be right behind me.
I remember that. He was literally on your neck. Every time you put your camera up, he put his camera up. And then I saw him throw his hat in the air. I'm like, dude, what?
The one we had on the table.
Yeah.
So,
I'm like, where's he
so the funny thing is, he took out, like I said, because one, this is what I do. So I research everything. So the gimbal he took out, the crazy thing is he didn't even shoot with the gimbal. The gimbal, which is basically a stabilizer. So he took the gimbal out and he sat it on, he sat it on the table. It's about a 500. Yeah, he wanted you to know that he had it. He doesn't.
That's what I'm saying.
And you know I know.
Based off of what you just said, I can say
the gimbal was like $500 to $600. Yeah.
But the thing is, if you don't know how to use it, that means he purchased it because he heard about it.
But
he doesn't know how to
but
use
here's
it.
the crazy.
I've been in that industry long enough to know that there are so many imposters.
But
you think you're gonna buy an expensive piece of equipment that you can actually do something with it?
But Antoinette, here's the funny thing about that. So one, we were in a situation that really didn't require you to use a gimbal.
Sounds like it. It sounds like it.
Because
He just wanted you to know he had it.
all we're doing, we're taking pictures of a vendor. So we're just walking up to a table, click, 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 click. That's all.
There's nothing else you need.
So,
we air it out.
So bad. You can. Give it a mic.
These two men just for bringing this opportunity to me, but just the fact that we're talking about this man right now, and this is a situation that has been bothering me this week. Something that just happened with this man. He is not a real photographer. He is an imposter. He is not just an imposter, but he is a predator. Okay? He is not a very good person. Period. On the most basic level, this man is not a good person. But deeper than that, he is not a professional in any way, shape, or form. I now have to file a harassment suit against this man. He got problems. Serious, deep-rooted problems. And this is a man I met at my job. This is a perfect example of people telling you, making you believe that they're one way when they're absolutely not. You need to check people's credentials. You need to look them up. Don't be afraid to interrogate these people because there's so many, excuse my language, but niggas with cameras. Not photographers. So many fake people, and I've been doing this so long that I did not think that I would find myself in this situation again.
Right.
Knowing what I know.
The crazy thing is that LA has identified him as the same guy, and it was like I don't come off as I'm this super duper photographer. I just started really doing it. I've had cameras before. We shot videos for my nephew. Boom. Those are my people. So if they tell me to come out and take pictures, that's what I do. This dude literally followed me around this venue. And it's crazy because even before I could say it, LA said it. Like, they're watching him follow me. And really, I'm just there to take pictures of their shit. Right. But we're there. It was the Black Wall Street event. So, of course, I'm going to promote the event. Right. Boom. I did a little live. I did this. And like I said, he took a $500, $600 gimbal and just sat it on the table. And then sat his camera in the gimbal.
But just a snippet of your story. What did I say?
He's not real.
He's not real. And then she turns around. Look, Madam Phoenix herself came out and said
no.
That he is an imposter. So your story, it's upsetting, but it's not surprising based off of the snippet of the story I just heard because I've seen people like him.
Because Lady Antoinette, here's the crazy thing. The only thing you should really be using your gimbal for if you was doing a video.
Yeah. Exactly. That's why I said he brought it out because he wanted you to know he had it. That's it.
And the funny thing is, we're not even thinking about him. Like, I looked at it, I was like, oh, he has a gimbal, but I'm thinking, but here's the thing, I'm thinking, why the fuck does he have a gimbal? Like, we're not shooting it. Like, should I call an artist to rap or something because and then he just has it sitting on the table. Yeah. Like, you're just really you're posing. So. Real
like
talk.
If he had an opportunity to use it, I can guarantee it's still gonna be some trash.
Exactly.
To interject really quickly, I have had the opportunity of seeing this man work his gimbal.
Ooh.
Okay.
And you don't know how to work it, right?
The thing was all shaking.
There you go, right there.
So
if you don't know how to use it, if you don't know how to stabilize it with the gimbal, your photos aren't gonna come out good. They're gonna all come out blurry, which they did. All came out blurry. It's all out of focus. The lighting is off because you didn't even put the flash with the camera. So every time you click the photo, it was delayed.
That's a sign.
So
It was so bad. Like, my boyfriend went with me to the shoot, and he
I'm
was
glad
like,
he was there.
did you, like, and I invited him because I felt something. You know what I'm saying?
the
I'm
crazy
like,
thing
well,
is
I'm
the
gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna just hope that, you know, that's not the energy that I'm getting. So, but just in case, babe, can you come with me to this photo shoot?
Yep.
So he was there, and I'm glad that he was there because this man was trying to get me to shoot some stuff that I don't shoot.
oh
And then try to, like, you know, make my boyfriend feel inclusive and stuff. Like, oh, well, you know, we're gonna make it tasteful. Then once he realized he and I are looking at each other like, so should we, like, head to the door?
Right.
He's like, oh, that's not your brand. That's not who you are. Don't even worry about it. I told you that's not who I am. I
Right.
brought gowns to shoot with you in. Because I'm really thinking that you're professional, like you said. So I'm bringing all this equipment, drove all the way up to Columbia, Maryland. I came hair and makeup ready. I always do. My own hair, my own makeup, my own wardrobe, everything. All you have to do, sir, is shoot me. That's it. I take care of everything else. So now, when we met, I was just in a space where I had just deactivated my Instagram, and I was kind of feeling discouraged because I felt like I needed my Instagram to promote myself and to network. Then I'm working at Everlasting Life, and this man comes through, and we just so happen to be, you know, having a good conversation. He's telling me he lost a lot of weight from, you know, being vegan and everything, and then it just comes up that he's a photographer. I was like, oh, that's so dope. I'm a model. And it's crazy that you're coming here right now because I was just thinking, how am I going to continue to promote myself without a social media?
Right.
So I'm thinking, this is God. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking God has brought this man to me and give me an opportunity to continue on with my career because this is what I'm supposed to be doing. So I shoot. And at the shoot, he started talking to us about, like, personal stuff that we just don't need to hear. Not even that. Not that we don't care. Stuff that's none of our business. I don't need to know about your family problems. I'm here to shoot. So a 1 hour shoot, which should have been a 1 hour shoot, I had 3 looks, 2 locations, which was the hotel room and, like, the lobby. So 3 outfits, 2 locations. I shoot extremely quick. I don't need a whole lot of time. I think an hour in and out, we shoot done. The hour shoot turned into a 3 hour shoot because he started crying at the shoot.
Oh my God.
Crying.
okay.
Actual tears. And this isn't like, you know what I'm saying, sniffling, you know, oh, I just got a teary-eyed moment. This man is really crying as, like, I'm mid-pose.
Oh,
trying to pose and stuff, and he's telling us about his life issues. So, being how my boyfriend and I are, of course, we're not going to make you feel any type of way. We're not going to make you feel weird. We want to listen. And we respect the fact that you're, you know, comfortable enough with us to share your personal business. Whatever. So
stop right
You
there.
are so sweet.
This is a new persona that I've adopted over the last 2 years, just accepting everybody. Where they are.
Yeah, but you know what?
I learned my lesson. Okay, I learned my lesson.
You shouldn't have been teary-eyed during the middle of your photo shoot.
That was a huge, major red flag. After the shoot, I'm like, babe, I'm never shooting with this man again.
Yeah.
Never shooting with this man again. And I don't know, because it just threw me off. I'm like, okay, you're not appearing like you're trying to come on to me or nothing. So I don't understand why I'm getting all of this weird energy from you. Like, you're being too friendly.
Crazy.
Too friendly. So after the shoot, the way it usually works, when you shoot with a photographer, they either give you a flash drive with all your photos, they send you a link with all your photos, all raws.
Correct.
So you can look through them and y'all can pick which ones y'all want. He did that. Went through, picked which ones I want. He picked 10, I picked 10. That's how I do it. You pick your top 10, I pick my top 10. We'll figure out between those 10 which ones we should edit. So we go through, we pick the photos, and he's like, yeah, I just gotta send them off to my editor. It's great. Another red flag.
Wait, he don't edit his own photos?
2 more red flags. Doesn't edit his own photos, and then on top of that, usually it's done on, like, Google Drive. So you should be able to, like, click the photo and download it. Right. So I can have the photo.
Yeah.
Maybe raw, but that's not photo. He used some apps where when you click it, you need a password.
Yeah.
To get the photo. So I tell him, hey, I need your password so I can download photos. He never gives me the password, and then he stops responding. Not just stops responding, he blocks me. Now, we did this shoot. I got a good 400 photos that we've done. I can't download the photos. You're not talking to me about the editing, when I'm going to expect these photos back. None of that. Then, in turn, decides to block me. Me still being as, like, naive as I am, I'm like, I don't think he blocked me. His phone's just off. His phone's just off. Hey, babe, can you call the photographer and see what's going on. He calls him, the phone call goes right through. So I'm like, okay, I'm fine.
Yeah.
What professional photographers will
Lots of
block his models or his clients? Because whether I paid you or not, sir, this is a collaboration.
It doesn't matter whether you paid them or not. It's
Doesn't matter. I'm your client.
Yeah.
Let me say, I've been in this business for, well, I was in this business. I'm not anymore, but I was in that business for quite some time. Off camera, I'm saying this on camera, but I want the information off camera. I need his info because he sounds very familiar to me.
Okay. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out where to take this information. I think this is a great first step, and I thank God for this. I thank God for this because I was really stressing.
It's just
about
funny
how-
that it turned out to be the same guy.
It's so crazy to me because I was trying to figure out, just go live and
And
talk
if it's
about
the
it.
same
That's
guy
not
that
good.
I'm thinking, if it's the guy I'm thinking, I'm telling y'all now that, yeah. Because I know somebody.
That's not even the end of it.
No, oh, no.
Oh shit. Well, let's hear it.
That happened in, we did the shoot in like November. So now it is February. I've chalked that up to a loss. I'm not going to get the photos. It is what it is. Whatever. Right? So he messaged me, throughout the whole time, like, hey, can you tell me what's going on with the photos? I need the ETA. Let me know what's going on. Let me know what's going on. So he tells me, his mother had just passed. When we did the shoot, his mother was in hospice care. Which means,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? You're aware she was about to.
Yeah.
So he's like, I'm going through it, everything is like, he just can't get the photos done because of his personal issues. And I'm like, I totally understand having personal issues. But we just shot last week. And if you knew that you were not in the mental capacity to do this shoot and to get these photos out to me in a timely fashion, you should not have asked me to shoot. We should not have agreed to
Or
this.
at least let you know.
So let me
Yeah.
let me tell you something about that situation. Because when I met Eric, who's LA and Assad, like my aunt was in the hospital, and we were told previously, and this is actually the week of my birthday, but we were told that she wasn't going to make it through this month. You're told that to prepare yourself for that, and if you know that you can't go through with it, I don't know if I had a show the following week. Yeah, because the following week I was like, yo, I just need time no more. And but you're told the information previously. Now there are times when something is sudden. We always talk about Black GOP, who was our partner, who actually got both of us into podcasting. When he passed away, it was sudden, so we weren't prepared, and that was a little bit different. But then with my aunt's situation, who was like my second mother to me, we knew what was going on prior to that. If you're placed in hospice care, because I work in healthcare, so if you're placed in hospice care, you kind of know
what's coming.
Yes.
That's exactly what hospice is.
Yes.
It's your end of life care.
Right. So of course I do not want to be insensitive. I've never been in this situation with losing my mother, so I would never.
And that is a big thing.
Yes.
But if you know that you're not going to be able to handle something like that,
you shouldn't even book the shoot. You should
that,
have booked it.
That was the point I was about to make.
There are people who really don't know how they're gonna take something until it happens. However, the key to everything is that you communicate. And if he cannot communicate, he just needs to fall back off the whole thing.
Yes.
Based off of what I'm hearing, I mean, I feel like in general he needs to fall back anyway. But on that level, like in that capacity, this not for you. Because what if this was his big shot?
Exactly.
What if he had a big, huge photo shoot that could make or break him? And you failed. And you failed. But not even just with you. I'm saying, because you're an individual.
But
what happens when you have a major photo shoot
but
with a major company and this happens? Are you going to just fall off?
And that's true. But here's the thing, too, is if you don't research people and you don't know, like she just told us her resume, right?
Right.
So it's a big difference of shooting with a published model and shooting with somebody who does Instagram pics in their bathroom.
That's true. That's true.
And that calls himself a social media model or IG model. Influence, whatever. You sitting on the toilet and you taking a picture. That don't. Oh, sorry.
Crazy concepts today. I'm telling you.
My bad. You sitting on the sink. You sitting on the sink with the side view. Yeah, I was. I seen what CP3 looks like. What?
I don't even know what you're saying.
You lit like shit, dog.
I've been trying to get myself together for the last 15
I see. I keep looking at you like, oh.
We need a CP3 camera.
Right, just on him.
How can CP3 sober up for the show?
We need a CP3 camera.
Yeah. Yeah, we do.
Them on screen right now.
Oh Lord. Boy, you done zoned out looking Chinese and everything.
17 took me to a whole different place.
We know this.
Everything takes you to a place every show.
What you was doing.
I ain't never seen you this quiet.
He was like,
He's like, this is, yo, Lady Antoinette, he was thinking about what he was doing in 8th grade.
I know what
What were you doing? Never mind. We don't hear about the we hear about the bodies you buried at 8. Yeah. But
So the final part to the story.
oh shit. Let's go.
Happened this week or last week. Say it again.
You got the pictures?
Oh, absolutely not. But I did get a picture. So
A picture out of 400.
he sent me a heart emoji.
What?
To which I responded, please don't message me. Very simple.
What is the heart emoji for?
After months of not communicating, not saying anything to me, and then blocking me, you send me a heart emoji. So I just said, don't message me. To which he responds, oh, you got, how did you like those 500 plus pictures I sent you? And then he sends me a picture of his genitals.
Oh. So me and CP3, we pull up. We pull up.
Absolutely. I'm still trying to get it straight. Never ever. Not in any capacity, but even to that extent, like.
But hold on, time out. Let's be right, because he sent you a dick pic, but your boyfriend was at the shoot too.
Absolutely.
And your boyfriend called him.
Absolutely. Tell me how this man is clearly sane. Tell me how he is sane. That makes absolutely no sense.
Off camera, I'm gonna tell you how we should deal with that.
Absolutely. But so to send you.
She be like, I'm gonna tell you off camera.
Yeah, off camera, I'm gonna tell you how we deal with it.
Yeah. Like I got steps.
Yeah. So
yeah, it's confusing. Here's the thing: you can't make sense out of the senseless. Like this man clearly don't have it.
Yep.
We knew that when he told me his snippet of his story. When 151 started saying the snippet of his story, I already determined in my mind that who he was talking about, this man wasn't right.
Yo, like I said, the craziest thing was he literally when I get in there, we talk to me and Assad talk, boom, 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 holla at LZ, we dap it up. I take the camera, I start taking pictures, and then this dude is literally following me.
So here's the thing. This is my theory right now. He was following you because he wanted to mimic what you were doing, so that at a later date he can do that and make it look like you know what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that he can go and get young ladies, aspiring models, and people who solicit to him, him for his services, so that he can go ahead and eventually all he gonna do is send a dick pic.
But the crazy thing is, he's like telling me, well, I'm with this agency and and his credentials, and I'm just like, I don't really give a fuck.
Which were probably all fake. He's just trying to make conversation with you, so you can tell him what you do, your connections, and things like that. I can guarantee what you did tell him, he probably used in a story with somebody else. So he now has a podcast.
Would that not be a surprise, CP3?
No bullshit.
That shit could be.
I've been laying back watching some of these folks, some of these podcasts, and it's starting to get frustrating.
That's
he
just
messaged
hilarious.
you from another number.
Yeah, after I blocked him, he sent me the, genitals picture, and I messaged him back, and I was like, I've never been anything but professional to you. I've never disrespected you. I've never treated you any type of way. So to get this energy from you constantly, you got problems, and I'm gonna need you to stop messaging me because I already told you from the jump. You sent me a heart emoji, and the first thing I said was, "Do not message me." You continue to, and now we're at this point where I'm blocking you, and you're messaging me from another.
That's crazy.
So that's when you respond in a threatening manner.
Oh, I told him, I said either my boyfriend can handle you or the lawyers. You can
That's
your
so
pick.
sweet. However, the specifics, like I said, will go off camera. But
I ain't gonna say nobody. I'm not gonna say anybody's names, but there are two people up there, and one of them has pulled up on a grandmother.
I'm not. Who had a pistol? See, look at you. So people be adding stuff. Here's the thing. Okay.
Oh, shit.
When you're dealing with certain type of people, you have to say certain things or triggers. And what you may have said to him, because he's not scared of your boyfriend because he's not.
No. Yeah,
So he's already he already disrespected that. Lawyers, he probably don't even care about that either. But there's certain triggers to people like him. And you have to kind of play on that psyche right there. But at the same time you gotta be careful because just in case he wants to try to use that,
right,
then you gotta be able to protect yourself. So it's a certain way that you go, you tell him, but you don't. So yeah, we're gonna talk about that.
We're gonna call Lady Antoinette Patrick. Cause she pulls up.
I do. I will pull up.
She pull up.
I will.
I'm gonna have to change this cord. This cord is dead.
It's CP3.
It's CP3. You done messed with the microphone. It's always
but it's
your fault.
Mic.
It's your mic.
What you do?
What you do, son?
Well, see, it started when you started gangbanging on the table. I didn't do that.
It's your mic, son. It's your mic. I'm gonna change the cord after the show, though. So you have a new cord. It's always your fault.
No, it's you. It's not the black man. That black man. That particular. What? No, it's just CP3.
It's just funny that this dude is really, really a creep, and I really feel sorry that you actually had to go through that because it's nothing like when you trying to, stay in your lane and get your business started the right way, and then you encounter motherfuckers who aren't as professional.
It's like being professional
or dedicated.
On people.
Like you lost me when you said the nigga cried at the shoot. Like
I should have known. Like at that moment, I should be like. Okay,
like if
excuse me, I'll leave.
like truthfully, if I'm going to be that emotional, and if Assad calls me up and says, "Hey, yo, 151, I need you to come shoot something for me real quick," and
you did crying,
and my goldfish just died, and I'm crying, I'm just gonna be like, "Yo, I can't make it because my goldfish just died." Like, I'm not gonna go into a thing that's gonna make us both look bad.
But even
like,
still, my thing is on a professional level. Let's say, people deal with stuff. Let's be real. People deal with stuff. If you're shooting, right, and something just
and you
can't
Justin
control
Timberlake,
your emotions. You can't control your emotions because something's on your mind. At the most, excuse yourself from the room, get yourself together, and come back.
Yeah, go to the bathroom.
But what you don't do is start telling your personal business, continue crying, and you venting to at that moment, your customer.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That's somebody who's paying you. Will you pay them?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay, good.
But
yeah, because you were his psychologist.
You should have charged him for psychology,
right?
Like, but
and you in real talk, if you do go into the legal aspect, we're gonna talk about that too because you got damages.
But the crazy thing is that if you're gonna be Carl Thomas during the middle of a photo shoot
with that sweater,
did he have a sweater on? He probably had a sweater on.
It was a cream sweater with an S curl.
He probably had a sweater and an S curl. He probably had a cream sweater, an S curl, and a box of Kleenex. Like, it's just no, you shouldn't conduct business like that.
No.
You know, if it
That's not
comes,
how I am. I'm the HR lady.
I mean, but I mean, you know, even in my job, like I don't as a manager, it shouldn't. I'm not gonna have my employees see me cry.
Right.
Hell no. Now I gotta curse them out 5 minutes later. That's not gonna happen.
Right.
They're not gonna respect that.
But it's just
Like you know,
that's not
CP3, do Doug cry?
like you got one thug theater, like that's only allowed.
I mean, you know, sometimes things happen. You know, you lose a favorite chick that you was hanging with.
You know, but
Sometimes I bring a tear to your eye.
So you
your favorite thought, you know, you lost her.
They decided to go, you know, get faith with somebody.
She decided to really be in the church. She really in the church.
Change her life all of a sudden. Like, why you want to change it?
She
like
found
that?
the Lord.
Yeah.
The Lord, not the Lord, the Lord.
She found the Lord.
Turn over a new leaf.
Well, maybe if you stop searching in church parking lots, that shit wouldn't happen.
It was adjacent to the church.
She found error in her ways. So, and then you lost her, and then you know.
You know, sometimes flocks strays away, but they don't.
Wait, what?
What?
No, but you would be the flock. You what? That's opposite, right?
No. Sometimes they stray away, but they always come back.
No, but that's when they talk about when they found the Lord. That was them going back to him, not
Lady
you.
Antoinette, Lady Antoinette, you arguing with a drunk guy.
Exactly. And you turn the leaf over there, and old traits be under that leaf.
What?
What? Stop
I'm trying to tell you, man. I got some stories, dog.
You done, nigga.
I told y'all that 15 minutes ago. But y'all keep fucking with me.
But you know what's
Keep on
funny?
fucking with
When
y'all.
people get drunk, I make them talk more.
You don't know what we're going to end up.
I'm for real.
You don't know where the fuck we're going to end up. Just don't have me mention on tape.
You said don't have what?
Don't have me mention on tape.
I mean, but you
Dog, what happened? You admitted already on tape.
camera. But we're on
Stuff
camera.
that get prosecuted for. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
But sometimes I do cut you off. I'll be like,
Yeah, good. I
Yeah.
do that.
when you start talking about certain things in your past.
The train took off. I'm just riding.
You know when you,
I'm just riding.
we gotta cut you off when you start talking about the rooter to the tutor. We be like, you know.
Or how
Exactly. See, y'all know me. That's what I love about the show. Y'all
how
know
he
when
be
it's-
peeing on people.
Yeah.
But it's only in the shower. See, you gotta add that part.
I mean,
You gotta
he still
add that
peeing
part.
on her.
You gotta put it in context.
And then if you ever mention anything about anybody's age, I don't want to know. Like, I'm going to cut you off.
Yo.
Just in case, because you be peeing on people. So
Yo,
hey.
CP3, real quick. Do you have like the little Long Ranger mask?
Oh, my goodness.
You never use that? You're not the Pied Piper.
So we see you in the...
You're not the Pied Piper at the Capitol Heights.
I like to keep the lights on. Like keep everything.
What? We asked if you had a mask.
The mask kind of knows everything.
You said you like to keep the lights on.
See? Well, we gotta mute your mic again, CP3. See, CP3, I gotta cut your mic off now. You hit the mic. It's like
It might be this stupid. Maybe that's what.
Okay.
So when we can get his mic.
Yeah, we'll fix his mic. I'll change the cord next week. You got anything, Lady Antoinette? You got anything for our guests? Because obviously, CP Chinky I don't have nothing for.
I'm done. I ain't even gonna. I'm done.
Oh, Lord bless. Well, no, I want to say to everyone in reference to us having our lovely guests on air to support Black business. However, we just heard a story in reference to sometimes when we do support entrepreneurs, you get got.
Yes.
So look into that. You know,
So
look into who you are invested in. And once you see that they're good and they legit, be all in.
But that's the one thing that made it hard to support Black businesses growing up. Real talk, because.
But honestly, that's any business.
True, but
you got foul people in every business.
We definitely do. But when we go to Black businesses, there's a very stigma about non-professionalism.
It is.
And sometimes it's justified, and other times it's not.
Yeah.
You know, I can say like this: dealing with Eric Kusa, they always been professionals,
There you go.
and they've always treated their brand professional. So I think when people come through, like even with CP3, you know, Sports on the Hill, that's his brand, and that's his baby, and that's what he fights for, and his passion makes me want to work with him.
Yeah.
You know, because he's very passionate about his brand and everything.
And no
And
matter how messed up he is, he talk about Sports on the Hill, or when he talk about something, he put that little voice.
yeah. And the thing about it is like I've known him for a long time, and even before, um, you know, he met Eric Hoos and stuff like that. He had branched out and he was doing Sports on the Hill apparel and then doing the stuff because he really cared about his brand and he was doing stuff to incorporate his brand.
Right.
So, you know, with black businesses, we just have to make sure that we're good.
Right.
And we just can't treat our customers anyway because they're black. You know,
and I'm gonna be honest with you. When it comes to supporting our black businesses, I get tagged in a lot of stuff. To the point where I had to put on my pages that I have to approve it. Because I don't support everybody who wants to tag me.
Yes.
Now, you know, it's no secret to anyone watching that I've known CP3 for forever. And real talk, I think I've seen an evolution. You know, like, even though he's CP3.
Yeah.
I've seen him go from angry man every single day to, you know, looking like he really don't care about nothing in the world to someone who is passionate about something.
Yeah.
And to see that, it made me happy. So when I told him one time before, yeah, tag me. And I actually allow his tags to be on my page.
Yeah.
And I don't do that all the time. There are so many people I will skip over it or, you know, dismiss it or whatever. However you gotta do, whatever you gotta do to just remove that hide. That's what it is. But I'm gonna let his stuff come on there because I know that yes, he's passionate about it. And there are some people that tag me. Yes, if I tell you to tag me, I'm gonna let it be on my page until you make me mad. But I mean, we gotta support each other.
And I think so too. And now, as black consumers, I tell you this: black consumers, y'all motherfuckers don't go to Gucci, y'all don't go to Louis, y'all don't go to these name brand stores, and you don't ask for a fucking discount.
There you go. Actually, they do.
No, they don't.
They be looking for the discount.
They look for clearance. They look for clearance. But here's the thing. Motherfuckers will put a Gucci belt that you paid $100 for, a fucking belt.
Yeah.
It ain't bulletproof. It don't make you fly.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna put. They'll put, oh yeah, man, I got this Gucci belt for $100. But then they'll go to Eric Hoos and be like, oh man, this suit $100.
There you go.
The tracksuit.
The more they spend with Gucci, the more they brag.
Yeah, and the thing is, they'll go to tracksuit $100. I can't get no discount.
Mm-hmm. Like they hurt it, but you weren't hurting for that Gucci.
All the time.
Yeah, we know.
So black consumers, stop cheating our black entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, if I say, well, damn, at the bar, we you know what, we got all these lights, we got all these cameras, we're gonna charge $25 for an interview. It's gonna be a nigga that's gonna come up to me and be like, yo, I get this joint for 10.
Yeah.
Damn, you can't. But you can buy $20 for the weed man.
And how much you spend on them shoes you got on your feet?
I will never forget this. I was living in D.C. for 6 years. Got off at Congress Heights.
Oh Lord.
You know, I was in the ghetto.
Don't do that.
I was walking home to Training Place, and a dude looked at me and he said, "Yo, man, let me get $1." And I said, "Bro, you got on foam polish and a Helly Hansen. I got on some Columbia shoes and a Columbia jacket. Obviously, one of us is making more money than the other, and that would be you. My jacket was $80.
Yeah.
Your jacket is $225.
Yeah.
Why would I give you $1? Damn, why I gotta be like that? Cause nigga,
it's we need to change the mindset of our community.
We do.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, like what you just said, I literally did not have a 9 to 5. I was strictly on my entrepreneurial funding, okay? So every dollar that came into my pocket was something that I made based off of my brand. So I didn't have guaranteed paycheck or anything like that. Okay? I had a family member who was working a 9 to 5, asking me, borrowing money from me. Asking to borrow money from me. You have a 9 to 5. So for you right now, time is money. I'm not at that point yet. I have to work twice as hard for my dollar because I'm doing it on my own. But she didn't
get
see
it.
that way.
So,
But because I have it in my pocket, she was like, "Oh well, can I buy?" No.
So real talk. The suit I have on now, I got from.
There you go.
I got from Eric Cousin, and I paid full price for.
There you go.
And I remember somebody said, "Well, they ain't getting no discount." So they want a discount.
Right.
What the fuck I need to get a discount for?
At CP3, but you
know, but here's the thing. As I told him, I said, "Do you see the at the bar shirts?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "I get those wholesale. So why would I get him to discount his brand?"
Right. Right.
He said, they was like, "Oh, well, I didn't know." I said, "Well, next time, shut the fuck up."
Yeah. But like when CP3,
like politely, I was like, "Yo, nigga, just shut the fuck up," because I'm honest.
But you know, before I even came here onto this show, CP3 had his shirts and everything.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, bet.
And he wore your shirt.
But before he wore my shirt, I said to him, I was like, I need to get a shirt from him. I want to buy a shirt from him. He asked me what color. Well, you know, I was like, how much? Well, they this, but I'm gonna say it's you. Nah. Didn't I say you? I was like, nah. I'm not going. You're not about to give me a discount. I'm gonna pay that full price, and that's that. Because I can.
Yeah.
If I'm hurting, and somebody's like, "Oh, you can have a discount," that's one thing. But I'm not hurting. Why? What do I need a discount for?
Right. Real talk is when you have people that respect the brand, it's just different. When Renegade was doing the show, and you know, shout out to Chef Rock, Queen's Mother's Restaurant, you know, season 3, Hell's Kitchen winner. I remember we grew up together. We family. Like we grew up together. I was best man at his wedding, and I remember we was doing the show, and we was walking, and I was like, "Here, just take the ticket." He was like, "No, I ain't taking the ticket." I said, "What?" He said, "No, I'm gonna pay you for the ticket." I said, "I don't want the money." I said, "Nah, I done paid the niggas at the door, whatever." He was like, "Still, how much is the ticket?" He said, "It's not the point of you can." And honestly, I can afford to get the ticket away. But he was like, "It's not the point. It's the fact that I want you to value." And so I remember that because even when I went to his restaurant, when we went to Queen's Mother, like real talk, when I go to Chef Rock's restaurant, I don't pay for shit. When I went to Queen's Mother this time, I took my goddaughter and then her mom. Because me and her mom go way back. So we all went, and I told my goddaughter, I said, "What do you want?" Because we had to order through an app. And I said, "What do you want?" So she said, I want this. And I said, "Okay, cool." So I ordered my food, I ordered her food. I just paid the thing.
Right.
And, you know, he was like, "You know, you didn't really have to, but I had to."
Right.
Because sometimes it's not about the free meal.
No. I want to support you.
I want to support you. And if I'm from there to support you, and I want to show my goddaughter that this is what we do.
We support each other.
We support each other. And it's not about always receiving something for free. So this is what we do to support each other. So, you know.
Did you see, I think I put up a post not long ago about how you support other people. Sometimes it's not even about buying a pair or purchasing something. Show your support. Like, you might not have money.
So.
Just share that.
But, and that's another thing. The one thing about this, and I salute Assad for this. I don't give what the fuck I post. It could be some of the stupidest shit ever. It could be funny stuff. It could be meaningful stuff. It could be renegade stuff. It could be some real life stuff. Assad is one of those people that will like, share, no matter what it is.
Like and share. Yeah.
And the sad part about that is, I got dudes I know 30 years in this game.
They don't do none of that.
I got dudes I know 30 years in this game that don't, but they need something. Oh, King, can I get on your podcast? Oh, King, can I promote your product? Oh, King, when can I come through? For what? I look at you like you talking another language.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, damn, one thing, you already know me, so you already know the answer.
Yeah. I feel like when it comes to certain products, if you're already gonna buy that, why not switch who you buying it from? So if you're about to buy a sweatsuit anyway,
So real
you
talk.
can go buy one from Eric.
So you can buy one from Eric because
You gonna buy one now?
We already had that conversation, sort of.
Me or what? Yeah.
No. On the show, I said, "Oh, I need my sweatsuit." So now that you're here in studio, we're gonna have a whole conversation.
Really?
We're gonna have a
No, she gonna get it.
No, because I said it on air. I was like, "Oh, I need to talk to you." You don't remember that?
Because I was like, you're gonna be here next week, and she was like, oh yeah, I need to
I was
talk.
like, "I need to talk. I need a sweatsuit." You even commented one time.
And I said what?
You was like, "Yeah, we need to get Janet a sweatsuit."
I put up the T-shirt.
No,
you got a T-shirt already?
She got
I
the.
Force of the Hill, but I need my own at the bar shirt.
With her name on it.
Yeah, I just want an at the bar shirt with Lady Antoinette on it. But I have other things I want to talk to you about off air. Okay. So, because I have my
She was like,
you ain't know that.
LA. She was like, don't you come for me. She was like, don't you come for me.
With you. If I say something, that's what it is. Like, even if I say it jokingly, I'm probably serious. Like, we had a conversation about Mr. Potato Head, right? I was like, oh, word, they about to take it off the market? Oh, I'm about to go get me Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. You think I didn't? Immediately.
She texted me that, though. She texted me. She's like, I'm about to go get one.
But I saw it on the next show. I'm like, Potato Head. Are you serious?
Yeah.
She was serious.
I was serious.
Okay.
I purchased it immediately when we had that conversation. We were texting. I was like, oh, I'm saying it joking. Oh, I'm about to go buy one. Oh no, but I did. So when I say something, I'm serious.
Oh, that's so good. Okay.
So but the thing is too is that the point that you were bringing up is so, and I actually priced this shit. So I went to Navy. So literally the price that you would pay for not even for this type, but not quality, but for this type of sweatshirt at Old Navy would be about $120.
For the sweatsuit.
Yes. That's not the shirt included. The shirt, you throw the shirt included, you're probably gonna pay between $150.
But let's be real.
$160.
A sweatsuit like that? Okay. You want a Nike sweatsuit like that? How much you paying for that Nike sweatsuit?
Oh, you gonna pay? Cause the pants by itself is $60 something.
You want an Under Armour sweatsuit?
Same price.
Now I will say I might be more inclined to buy Under Armour before I buy Nike because he from this area.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He from here, and who the owner is.
Yeah.
So I might be more inclined to buy Under Armour than I will Nike. But even still, Under Armour is a brand.
Yeah.
That a lot of people pay for. So if your homeboy has the same exact type of product, you can go back. You can spend that money. You're paying for it anyway.
But like I said, and the thing is, the quality is just as good.
Yeah.
Well, you got some brands that's out here now. Their quality is shot.
Yeah.
And the sweatsuit's like 180, 190.
Right. I've seen
So
I'm not paying.
So somebody's made a comment.
For a T-shirt that's raggedy.
So somebody made a comment. So let me address them. So Chris Riley, who's going to Old Navy to buy a sweatsuit? People who shop at Old Navy because they still open up Old Navy, and Old Navy is a brand that people still shop at. It don't matter. You be talking to the green community. He commented, so let me address the bullshit that he talking. So one, literally they just opened the Old Navy around the corner from me. So obviously, if people weren't shopping at it, they wouldn't be opening up stores. So Old Navy is part of Gap and Banana Republic. All of those are, whether you black or you white or whatever, people shop there. The Gap franchise has been around for years. So I'm just saying that
Fish,
And the thing is,
Aeropostale, all these people.
so the thing is, when I bought the Old Navy sweatsuit out apart, you're taking something out of content and you're missing the whole fucking point of what we've been talking about for the whole show. So if you can't comment and say, "Hey, I'm going to support Eric Kusa or Black Business," the only thing that you got from the show was, "Well, who shops at Old Navy?" Then by all means, click the fuck off. Peace. You can continue.
You made CP3 go like this.
I was zoned out. I was like, oh, Lord, when did he go there?
Right. You made CP3
I'm
go
just
like
not,
this.
no, I'm addressing. We talking about black-owned businesses, and he's focused on a minuscule part of what I said. In order, he said maybe he's done to Old Navy. Yeah, but you ain't saying nothing about Eric Kusa. So if your focus is on Old Navy and the whole show's about Eric Kusa, and I mentioned Old Navy once in a 5-second monologue, then obviously you're listening to the wrong show.
All CP3 can do is he can't even talk. He's just shaking his head.
So what?
I know you feeling it right now, man.
Shit, I ain't even drunk.
That's what I'm saying. I am. That's why I'm keeping I don't know what I might do right now.
I'm just saying.
All he can do is shake his head.
I'm just saying. Well, one. You know, for those that don't know me, it's 151 straight with no chaser. That's how I drink. That's how I live, and that's how I talk. You don't like it? Too bad. Deal with it. 2 bees in the bucket. Fuck it.
But
Yeah.
you're gonna spend the money.
Yes.
You might as well spend it with your folks.
Definitely. Well, I mean, and the thing is, even in this area, the one thing about this whole pandemic thing is a lot of entrepreneur stuff came about.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, this is a lot of opportunities to support other people's brands and get behind stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and that's kind of what my rant was about. Like, dog, you focusing on the wrong thing. You know, if you want to impress me, shout out. How can I get Eric Kusa? Hit my inbox and say, where can I find that stuff? Definitely. Actually, Assad's going to tell us that.
How can we purchase?
Well, you can DM either LA or me at ericusa.as on Instagram, IG. Either one of us, it'll pop up and show what you're actually looking at. We ask a lot of customers actually take a picture of what you see. Because a lot of times you might say, well, I want that outfit. And I'll be like, which outfit? Like, show me a picture of it. They take a picture, and I'm like, okay, we have that still in stock or available. If we don't, then we'll tell you when it's coming back and available. You know what I mean? And the price. A lot of times they ask the same question, like, what's the price? And I'll explain the prices. So that's whatever we had, whatever merch we had at the time. Our merch kind of changes a lot because I design a lot.
Right.
Dealing with a new manufacturer that we have now, I've changed a lot of designs.
Right.
So you might say, well, I like that outfit you had on the show, and it might be gone forever. And I might not come back with that.
Right.
Sometimes outfits that I design, I might not come back with them because I didn't like it.
Right. Or it didn't
I'm
sell.
funny.
Sometimes.
Well, it sells. I just didn't like it.
But I'm just saying that's the reason why a lot of people change.
A lot of times, yeah. A lot of times it don't sell. Like we got caught with a lot of specials before. And like wow, like.
But you do have to, because at the same time you might have some aspiring designers watching. And people who just don't understand.
We look forward to that. We look like designers, people that comment on it. We look for people that backers. We had a lot of times we sat down with millionaire backers, claim to be millionaires, and just bring us along. We can give you $100 million. What was the last one? $5 billion. Last one was $5 billion.
Oh yeah,
I used
that was a lot of fun.
Really, that was really fun.
I would walk off.
I did.
Okay.
But it was really fun. It was amusing. You know, it was time consuming. It's amusing.
Yeah.
We sent stuff to them, you know, to see the product, the quality. I mean, it is what it is.
Unfortunately, we've heard from the three of you about people who ain't what they appear.
Right.
And that's what you deal with sometimes.
Look at the game we're in. It's just the industry.
Yeah.
It's hard to get in. Mainly dealing with DC people. I know that for a fact. We can be arrogant. We can be caught up in our own thing.
Yeah.
But if you don't cater to the go-go crowd, you're not going to get a clothing line in DC. DC.
In DC, right?
And that's bad.
Yeah.
You know, that's bad because I come out. There's people that's wearing Airacusa gear in DC, all over DC. Hats off to them, everybody that follow us, that buy from us, that support us 110%.
Right.
My whole DBW family, guys that I deal with outside of the family, my own family.
Right.
Shout out to everybody that supports us. 110%. LA's mom, Miss Chen, oh man, big supporter. I love her to death. But a lot of people just like, man, I ain't wearing that garbage. It is what it is.
So
you know, it is what it is.
So, Lady Antoinette, I guess I do owe this dude apology because he said that he was actually more interested in Airacusa line.
Oh,
So-
look at you.
So, but I
Like
did
that's-
tell him to, I
what
did
is
tell him to
that?
hit
What is
aside.
that? Growth.
No, he clarified. He said nah, he said I'm taking it out of content,
Yeah.
but I'm only taking it how it was given. Nah, but
So he
but
like I said, he's shading Old Navy.
yeah.
Like, ain't nobody about to wear that. There you go.
But the thing is, though, I would have more preferred them to say, "Hey, promote Airacusa," rather than because when people look at the thing and they go see what I saw, when you see Old Navy, you see Old Navy. You don't, and I'm thinking, damn, we talking about this great clothing line, and the only thing you focus on,
Right.
you know,
After the show, people read the comments.
exactly.
That's cool.
So my bad. It's alright.
Airacusa.as.
Yep.
So you have an Instagram? It's
Instagram is Airacusa.as. That's the IG page. Instagram. Just hit me up. I'll follow you back.
Yeah.
And we'll go from there. A lot of time our link is in there, like a Google number is in there.
Okay.
The Facebook one is my name, Hassan Sadiq. That's my name. It'll pop up Facebook, and we got all the links in there.
So I did tag you in, and I told him to hit you up.
Yeah. Of course.
You know, if he's definitely serious about that.
I mean, even if he's not, just to be a follower. You know what I mean? So man, look, I'm supporting black owned.
Right.
I'm cool with that. You don't have to always buy anything from us. I'm cool
He
with
said
you supporting us.
he said he's interested in the sweatsuit that you have on.
That's gonna be
Which one, the gray one or the blue?
This one right here.
15,000.
I'm just messing with it. Yeah, we got good quality. This is the new one that came out. I just designed. We just designed this like 2 weeks ago. We designed this new model, new texture. It's from a manufacturer we deal with in Afghanistan.
Okay.
Good guy, good quality, good manufacturer.
Well, I know how particular you are about your texture.
You know I am.
You are already know.
At the same time, that's appreciated because
Very.
it's nothing better than to put something on. Like your favorite tea is your favorite tea because of the way it feels.
Right,
the way, it's comfortable and it can withstand the test of time. You know what I mean? So you do have to be particular about your material. So that's
He's very meticulous, though.
But that's appreciated because
I
at the same time.
I watched him get a box of clothing and literally feel everything before he's like puts the shirts in and stuff. Like real talk.
Because it has to feel good. I mean, like honestly, that for me personally, that's how I decide on what I purchase. How does it feel? If something feels real rough and ugly, like I say ugly, but
So you deal with a lot of wholesalers and stuff like that?
No, like I'm talking about when I'm doing anything.
Okay.
If I'm shopping, which I hate to do, I'm be real with y'all. I hate shopping. I'm not typical. But let's say I'm going to a store and I'm in that store and I see something. First you see it. Okay, it looks nice. If I go into it, I'm gonna touch it. I want to see how it feels. If I don't like how it feels, I'm not gonna purchase it. So at the end of the day, if you have a clothing line, yes, you have to keep that in mind. People like me, I'm not gonna buy it if it feels
cheap,
rough, whatever. Just because it look good, no.
So my thing is because I know how to use a sewing machine, I know how to use a heat press machine, I know how to do all the cutting machines. You saw that.
Yeah.
But a lot of times we deal with a lot of different wholesalers too.
Right.
They have top quality stuff, period, hands down. A lot of times we go up there together, and I might pull material. The first pop I hear, I put it in.
Right.
But it's not supposed to do that.
Nope.
You know what I mean? T-shirts, like I had so many different brands of T-shirts dealing with different people.
Right.
One of the guys I deal with, he actually bought JC Penney's, bought them out.
Okay.
And a lot of the stuff he had in JC Penney was like Supreme, different companies that deal with like on their level. Supreme was one of the top people.
Right.
To me, Lux Tea is garbage. When it comes to Supreme or Lux Tea, I deal with Supreme.
Right.
But I have Lux Tea. Don't get me wrong, I've dealt with Lux Tea. Won't hold up better than Supreme. So I know the different qualities. I've washed them, dried them, and beat up, they string, they do a lot of things.
Yeah, I don't like that.
So dealing with wholesalers and as opposed to dealing with manufacturers is a big thing. Manufacturers, because they're so far away, is frustrating.
Yeah.
You're not tangibly there to put your hands on stuff and say, man, I don't want it that way. I want it this way. So it's a lot of text messages, back and forth, showing pictures. No, that's not right. Redo it. Go into my drawing. So I fight a lot with my manufacturers over that. You know, we go back and forth.
Yeah.
That's not right. Go to the drawing. What did I say in the drawing? Go back to the drawing. So, and he's a good guy. Don't get me wrong. At the end of the day, when it's over with, first thing I say, thank you, bro.
Yeah.
It's finished.
I got a question for you. One of the people on the line wanted to know, do you have? Once again, it never fails to me when I'm live on air. People actually just call me. Wanted to know, do you have like office and dress shirts and clothes in your clothing line?
We do have button-up t-shirts.
So you do have button-up?
Button-up collar shirts.
Yeah.
It's dressy, like golf shirts.
Yeah.
We do have those.
Okay.
If you go on the page, if you go to urcus.as,
yeah,
and you go through our page, if you surf our page, you'll see all the stuff we have for our dressy stuff. We haven't reached over to the couture line yet. We're still trying to stay just urban and sport right now until they actually get to a level where we can transform over to couture.
So you're gonna have that office attire?
Yes. We're gonna have suits and everything.
Yes.
Our fall attire coming out this year. Oh, it's gonna be awesome.
Oh, I can't
So
wait.
look forward to it. You know, man. We have nice Gore-Tex rain suits coming out. If you look on our page, you'll see the rain suits coming out with the Gore-Tex rain suits coming out with. We have nice jackets for women and men. So yeah, we got those nice things.
You know what? I don't know if you heard him. CP3 said he wants a gangster 3-piece.
I don't know what gangster is.
CP3 is. So that's what it is.
Yeah.
You a little twisted, though. I know I'm a designer myself.
Yeah, that's what I say. You got to draw.
What you designing, CP3? It's gonna be fly. You just know it's gonna be fly.
He lit right now. He good.
That's.
I'm just enjoying the ride, baby.
Oh, here we go. Another voice.
Oh Lord. So before we get up out here, I'm a shout out to the to our New Zealand connect.
Yes, I saw it.
I'm about to he commented. So let me play the New Zealand joint. His daughter video. TJ made. I can't with CP3.
That joint always got a nice vibe to it.
CP3 is a big fan, y'all.
Yeah, that joint hot.
Oh, you got Chris Rowley, that what you talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you hear me? I am calling now out your name, and now I know, and I'm here, and you know it. It's all just the same, and I know it's gonna be disco. Take me to a place where everybody learns, where everybody sees, where everybody shows their love. I didn't think so. You know. That's why I always try to plan for you or me. I really didn't think so. I take a promise, I give it some love, I make a wish upon a star. You know you gotta get it right. You know you gotta get it right. Ooh, every little thing counts now. Every little bitty thing. Can you hear me? I am calling now out your name, and now I know, and I'm here, and you know it. It's all just the same, and I know it's gonna be disco. It'd be so cool just to celebrate all the love and not the hate that's going down. It's gotta stop, we've had enough. Why can't we just live together? Peace, love, and harmony is what this world needs forever. Can you hear me? now I know. I know, I know, I know. Can you hear me? I am calling out your name.
I'm saying this debate this.
Oh man.
Yeah. It's Keys. Yeah. Man, every time I turn around, they always worried about what I'm doing. Facts. Why is that? Cause I'm blessed. I want the ball in my hand. I wanna run up the score. I wanna take the last shot. We winning or not. We winning or not. We winning or not. I want the ball in my hand. I wanna run up the score. I wanna take the last shot. We winning or not. We winning or not. We winning or not. They so concerned with keys. Why they so worried about keys? I'm about to run up the score. Drop all threes. Moving like ghosts. Didn't mean no boast. Keep talking about what they gon' do. Keys, who you with? Not you. Can't take no breaks. It's no days off. Money keep calling. It ain't no stalling. Put me in the game, you know that I'm ballin'. Haters always talking. Probably keep hating. Sit on the bench. Three in your face. Splash. I want the ball in my hand. I wanna run up the score. I wanna take the last shot. We winning or not. We winning or not. We winning or not. I want the ball in my hand. I wanna run up the score. I wanna take the last shot. We winning or not. We winning or not. We winning or not. I'ma secure that bag. Don't got time to waste. Stack all blue faces in different cases. I'm bent. You smell my scent. I'm getting to the money. It's common sense. How many points you drop? How many you assist? How many shots you take? How many bricks? No double. I just dropped the triple. You don't know me. You don't. Stay the fuck on my business. I want the ball in my hand. I wanna run up the score. I wanna take the last shot. We winning or not. We winning or not. We winning or not. I want the ball in my hand. I wanna run up the score. I wanna take the last shot. We winning or not. We winning or not. We winning or not.
We're chatting about
A lot of time, like just as you was talking to me, and you show me stuff, he'll tell you I would be at the computer like as you talking. looking
Yeah,
over my
yeah.
stuff, Then I would turn the computer to like that.
Yeah.
You'll say yes or no.
So we winding down, and we gotta do some pictures after this. Lady Antoinette, what you got going on for the rest of the week, or you stay busy? What distillery are you hitting up this week?
I told you I will be circling back over some distilleries, so I might go to some favorites.
Okay.
Some favorites, especially the one we had the chocolate whiskey.
Oh yeah.
Owned in Montgomery County.
Yeah, I
so-
definitely want to do a show there. I definitely when they
Yeah.
get up and running, I definitely want to do a show there.
Yeah, and then also still in conversation with the new distillery that's going to be coming up.
Oh yeah, the one. This is your founding member.
Yes,
I wanna-
member. So
Definitely want to do a show there too.
right. I'm trying to see if we can do something for the opening, their grand opening.
Yeah. Okay. Just let me know.
I'll let everyone know.
Chinky Eye 3.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. As always, Monday nights, 9 o'clock, Sports and Hill Podcast. Bring you the best DC sports about the politics. We talking about the Capitals. We can review and preview in the next upcoming week. Talking about the Wizards 7-1 streak lately over the last 8 games. And we'll talk a little bit NFL football, get into it a little bit. Always check me out down at Waldorf Honda, 2450 Crane Highway. Selling new, used, pre-owned, certified. When you got deal done, come down there and holler at your boy CP3. And this hashtag CP3.
You're the most professional thug nigga I've ever heard.
I told you before, like he'll bring it back.
Yeah, he does.
He might be
Even
a
though the
little twisted, but he
738.
like,
Mm.
sometimes.
Not all the time.
Mm.
So, next week we have who the hell do we have next week? No, I'm just playing. Next week we do have we actually have one of the coalition DJs from North Carolina. And then we'll also probably be double, but we'll have another guest that's supposed to be coming in. Keys Mans is supposed to be coming in. I didn't take time to actually look up his name. I didn't. I didn't. I mean, I'm gonna make the flyer this week, but yeah,
We gonna bring it back up.
yeah. I drink a lot. Nah, real talk. I mean, we honestly we'll probably gonna go through the whole month of April double book, like because we are in demand, and then the funny thing is, as I've been, I don't hit you up, Lady Internet, because you like to pull up on people, so I'll be scared to tell you things. So, but there are a lot of shows emulating certain
you still
things.
ain't gave me the name of that one show.
I'm not going to because.
I can do a nice pull up.
We don't need to. There's no need.
We
We
good.
know they watching, so.
We know they watch it. We know they watch it.
I need them to understand that I pull up, so you might want to tread lightly.
I got the same issue with sports. I got folks interviewing guests after I interview them because they saw me. I
Okay.
can't pull up on them. 'Cause that's my CP3 persona. See, on here, it's a whole ball. See, I can pull up on here.
Okay, so what's the problem? So why when I say I want to pull up?
Yeah, you open up a can of worms. You put your foot. You know what? Your mic is on mute. Your mic is on mute, dog.
HR changes the whole ball game. You can't pull up on people and be HR.
Dog. You just co-signed her pulling up on people.
Exactly.
So
Because I know her. Like, she gonna do it regardless. She went to another state to pull up on her mother.
you know what?
He putting out my business.
Anyway.
I'm just repeating what you said.
He wrong.
Okay,
I said grandmother. I didn't say,
grandma.
He said
Does that make it better?
He said Abram.
Does that make it better?
And on this note, we're gonna end the show. I'm about to play the Wally B video. CP3 can do his dance. CP3 can do his dance off camera. Yeah. You drinking water in that show.
What? See, when I was 40, I was telling you.
Yeah. What do we have a clown do for drinking?
Yeah, when I was trying to cut my drink.
Yeah. Wally B.
Say one more. Say one more. She wants more. Yeah. More. She want baby. Say one more. Say one more. Say you want more. Yeah. More. Just love it, baby. Say one more. Say one more. She wants more. Yeah. More. Just love it, baby. Say one more. Say one more. More. Yeah. More. Yeah. Let me exercise this feeling, baby. You know where we're starting to go.
Can you feel it, baby?
Temptation rising, body feeling, time don't even matter no more. Let me cuff your body, then blindfold you so you cannot see me no more. Let senses take over as you breathe from your body real slow.
Don't be scared, baby.
Shawty want more. Says she want more. She wants more. Yeah. More. Yeah. Love it, baby. Shawty want more. Says she want more. I know you want more. More. Yeah. More. Yeah. Shawty want more. Says she want more. She wants more. More. Yeah. More. Yeah. Shawty want more. Says she want more. I know you want more. More. Yeah. I ain't lying when I tell you that I need you here right by my side. Girl, your body got me feeling, and I think I'm about to lose my mind. Oh, yeah. So baby, show me how you love me. For the pleasure of this loving, we can ask for fantasy, and I will show you the real ecstasy. Ecstasy. Ooh. Start off kiss you slowly, make your body horny for me, baby, like baby. Then I'll make your back quiver as I touch and tease you with my tongue, girl. Got her body saying she want more. She want more. Shawty want more. Says she want more. She wants more. More, yeah. She love it. She love it, yeah. Shawty want more. Says she want more. She wants more. More, yeah. She love it. She want more. Shawty want more. Says she want more. More, yeah. More, yeah.
300's enough.
300's only one movie.
Yeah.
He fucked us to watch it.